Morning, Chris. Morning, everyone. I have just gotten a very interesting text message here. I think we found bacon. So, those who know, in my country, there is no bacon, I thought, but I think I was wrong this entire time. Because I just got sent a picture of it at the store, and a few slices of bacon could change my burgers, could really elevate it. I gotta translate the package here. Russian to English. Okay. Boom. Okay. Into Google Translate it goes. Chris, how you doing today? Alright, is it bacon, folks? Loading. Loading. Okay, that's gonna take forever. Let's see. It's real. Aweg says bro was rough with games yesterday. Aweg, what's your situation? Please let me know. Chris says I'm doing good, just got done streaming a bit ago. Oh yeah, man. How was your stream, Chris? It was good, says Chris. Well, I love to hear that. Very glad to hear that. Again, folks, we have been having problems with stream. If you notice any lag, any interrupt, if my voice is weird, if the chat is weird, if the overlay is weird, if you see anything go wrong, I'm begging you to shout it out. Yesterday went fine, but it could easily break again. Now we have fixes, but if nobody says anything, I can't implement the fixes, and I'll basically... It'll be very bad for me, so I'm begging y'all to be vocal. Aweg says I needed one win for 9999, and now I'm back to 8125 due to a day one loss and 2 other losses. Ooh. That's some brutal stuff, bro. I'm curious, what characters are you maining for your that you took these losses on? What characters were you playing? Bro, the translator accidentally changed my words to say I'm broke, I have no money, when I was trying to say I'll send money later. It's incredible. Alright. The person started to freak out. They're like, what? Okay. Alright. So we got Chris coming off of a good stream. We got Awegs coming off of a rough day of games. I'm still interested to hear what characters he played those games on. And we've got Doldrum Dan coming off of an hour and a half, having finished Volcano Manor, encroaching on the latter half of the game. We're going to try and finish Elden Ring now and see how long we've got the run down to. Because if it's under 3 hours, or even close, I think we're good. I think we're good on Elden Ring, and then it's time to move to the Souls series, because we have 6 days, chat. God help us, we have 6 days until the marathon stream. And I haven't done any work on the Souls speedrunning. And I'm very afraid of Dark Souls 2. Which could easily be a very, very long game. It is like, there's a reason you'll hear people say that without Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring would have never been made. It is a big game, folks. It's funny, people who never played Dark Souls 2 before because they heard bad things or they thought, oh, it looks dumb or something, because there's, because people are stupid, right? So people who haven't played Dark Souls 2 before, like, don't understand until they're in it and they're like, oh my god, this is like huge. They packed this with content. I mean, Dark Souls 2 is some of the best money you can spend in gaming, just value-wise. You get a bang for a buck like you wouldn't believe. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's open Discord. I'm gonna ping everyone. I didn't do all the things I needed to set up before stream that I asked people to message me about last night. I didn't do any of them. Also, Wags, hello? I think he said that and then he left. And he never heard my response. But yeah, I never did any of the things I wanted to. Sorry I'm late, by the way, folks. I legitimately just fell asleep. Like, I'm not gonna, like, front. I just passed out before stream. And I ended up sleeping an hour and a half out of nowhere. And I was like, well, it's gonna mess my sleep up tonight, too. But, like, what can you do? My sleep has been all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Because day one loss was Recluse. I got hit and went down because the Revenant immediately ran to pick up our teammate who went down and brought the Divine Warrior to me when I was trying to kill the Cursed Blade that was one hit away. Lost Ascending Pest as Undertaker, just bad luck teammates, kept killing the Moth. Lost Ascending Pest as Undertaker, bad luck teams kept killing the Moth? Were these Everdarks? I don't understand. So if they were killing the Moth, you were Undertaker, you handle the Scorpion. Why is that bad? As long as you can split up. Like if you were an Iron Eye, then I'd be like, yeah, what were they doing? But I mean, you had the, you know, usually long ranges can handle that. The last one was Everdark Balancers, which was one hit away from dead as Wilder, and 5 of them showed up and did the jump. Yeah, I mean, Everdark Balancers be Everdark Balancers. What was it, day one? Ah, yeah, Divine. That's tough, man. That's tough. You know what I say? If you really want it, just, you know, grind it out with Iron Eye. Everyone, we are live and alive, and hopefully another day of working stream. Come now, come one, come all. We live and alive and late. I'm really sorry about that. By the way, fell asleep prior to stream for 90 minutes out of nowhere, but we here now. Come now, we live. Finishing Elden Ring guaranteed. There we go. Send. Oh, right. Publish. Close. But yeah, I mean, you know, just if you really want it, I'm just saying. Some Iron Eye gaming. That's all I'm saying, you know? Just don't leave Iron Eye. That's all I'm saying. Guarantee that. You know, get it for free on the best character. I don't know. Yui convinced me. The Iron Eye is just the absolute best. Shu says, yo. Shu, how are you? How have you been? Ladies and gentlemen. Boom. What's that right there? Video game. Here it is. Go get up my route. Where do I want to put this? I'll put this right here. Chew, how are you doing today? Awake says, I just did a run and got normal Gladius and went Fundamentalist Wreck. I assume you mean Rev. And did 12k damage, I bet. He split into 3. And I did Radagon's Ring of Light and hit all 3 for the Holy Proc. It was awesome. That sounds incredible. It really does. Man, I heard Yui was quitting NIGHTREIGN. I'm doing well, thank you, says Shiu. Love to hear that. I heard Yui, the GOAT, was quitting NIGHTREIGN, and it broke my heart. People are starting to give up on NIGHTREIGN. I mean, it makes sense. Like, people have kind of done all you can do on it. I mean, they've played so much time into it, and with no new content, it's kind of like, you know, it's understandable. A lot of people are starting to phase out on it. I'll always be into it. I want to play it today. I don't have time. I was going to play a game of it, but then late to stream. I'm also, to be honest, a little afraid of playing it because of my server issues, and I don't want to DC and then lose rank. You know, I like being at 9999 and winning every game. It feels good. Anyway, folks, ladies and gentlemen, we continue yesterday's run. We're an hour and 33 minutes in. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we're a little out of it because I'm in a haze right now because, like I said, I passed out for 90 minutes there, and I ran online. Look, oh, you can see him through the fog wall. That's a fun little glitch type situation that'll help in randomizers. We needed 16 mind, 23 intelligence. We upgraded our flask, and we have a plus a 6 weapon. Okay. So now my job is to kill the boss in here and grab our TSR. Let's do it. Boom. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, here we go. It's Radon time, chat. What? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Radon time. God help us. It is Radon time. I'm worried because I have some runes on me. First try calling it out, says Mello. Mello, I just opened my eyes. I just woke up, so I wouldn't be so sure. Let me look at this grace real quick. Nothing here to do. Let me make sure my flask's all right. Looks right. Just in case. No. Okay. Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna remove that. I can't put... Do I just go medium load? I'm not surviving nothing anyway, man. No, it's pants only. Wait, so then how could I use this and still be light? Interesting. All right, well, I'll keep that on because there's no reason not to. Ladies and gentlemen, Mello says, I believe in you. That's my man's right there. Mello, how are you today? I made a mistake. I don't know why, but the camera turned me, and so I was like way left. That was weird. Mello, how are you today? I haven't done the Radon skip in a while because my computer, that whole issue. So it's this and... Bro, I came at it from an angle again. Bella says I'm doing great. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. We'll get this. It's just, this is why we're practicing, right? Oh. Torrent, please. There we go. I'm just getting too nervous about this guy, I think. There we go. All right. Oh, I just realized we just sacrificed this 10K. Mel says, can only be here for an hour though, because I'm going out for sushi. Ooh, that's nice. Sushi is my favorite food on planet Earth, fun fact. So I'm very jealous. And where I live in a village, right? So it's rare that I get sushi. But there's very good sushi in the capital city. All right. So the way I'm supposed to play this... No, I'm going to do it the safe way, to be honest. The way the world record does it, he doesn't do it the safe way. He just goes straight at him. I'm doing it the safe way. Left summons, left summon, Ash spam, get behind him when swords into the ground. Okay, when he swords into the ground, I need to get behind him. I'm doing the safe move. I know it's a time loss, but, you know, let's not be fools here. Here we go. So the guy hits only the left ones. Uh-oh. Oh, gosh. I did not expect... Well, there go my runes. Or do they? Do I save my runes? Yes. You doing a level 1 run to train for the marathon, says Saturn? Oh. I mean, we gotta remember, Saturn, that the speed run is a speed run. Why are my runes over there? Well, my runes are gone anyway. Okay, that's fine. Well, now I gotta do the skip again. Sorry, I read chat and got confused. It's a speed run, and in a speed run, you don't level up your health because you're not supposed to be getting hits because you're supposed to be going fast. Saturn, how are you? All right, well, chat, we had like 11k runes. We'll have to remember that. Rip runes. Yeah, I had no reason to do this, redo the skip. I mean, it's good practice though, so I don't mind it. Yep, went way too far left there. This is so funny because I'm supposed to be in Radon's arena, in Radon, but then I saw Saturn's message on screen and I read it and it confused me. Dude, I just got griefed by my eyes, bro. I'm great, Saturn. I went and I looked at chat and now I'm back up here when I was at Radon. I did the skip successfully. I was there, and now... Oh, chat. That was just boneheaded maneuvers. There we go. Nope. I didn't... I think I passed the death plane. Yeah, no. But I hit the... I've never done that before. I actually made it farther than I've ever made it. I got so much distance that I didn't even get to the stake. I didn't know you could do that, to be honest. You know? I don't know why I'm so afraid of this pest. Saturn, are you going to be there at the marathon? Remember, it's Saturday, 21st. But I did not realize that, I don't know what I was going to say. Chat, my brain is cooked right now. I need to be getting more sleep. Like, I am starting to lose my mind. I'm, like, so afraid of it attacking me. I can't get the lineup. It ate my jump input and I fell right off the edge. Thunder says, I hope I can be here. Me too. It'd be great to see you. This is like 10-minute extra time loss just because I looked at chat at the wrong moment. Yeah, we got it. Oh, man. Okay, chat, I need 11k. Chat, let's all remember I need $11,000. All right. Love that little... There we go. Radon, first try, here we go. Sure, first try. That's right, first try. First try. Did I do this in time or was I late? Woo! Little iframes on the horse. Little horse iframe situation. No, 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 no. Uh-oh. Extremely rare. Key reset positioning. Extremely rare. That is wild. He reset positioning on me. If he does it again... Come on, please no. There we go. Ooh, he's coming from a weird angle, chat. You're kidding me. We got a bad opening move. Clean with the torn iframes? Yeah, I really don't know how I'm actually good at that. That's a lot tighter than you'd think. Torn iframes are a lot less than like a dodge roll, for example. That's tough. That's tough. The move that I need him to do is where he jumps towards you, because he stays in place and allows you to just get under him and do all the damage you need to. And then I forgot. The torrent iframe thing also only works if you're completely at a stop. So if you're in motion even a little bit, he'll get you. Yeah, let's go first try. Here we go. God help me. Come on, baby. Gave it to us. Okay, I need to get behind him. Come on, come on, come on. Let me go. Heal. Okay, if I was really good, I could put down... I did this wrong, by the way. I was supposed to be able to one cycle him here. No! I jumped the... Dude, does he always come from over here? I always can't track him. I think he comes from... That sucks. I just lost track of him. I was like, where is he coming from? That sucks, chat. But, you know, that's part of it. Does he always come from the sun? Chat, who in chat knows? Does he always come from the same direction? I would assume so, right? It's scripted, isn't it? Anyone know? Does Radon always come from the same place? Nope. This is the wrong move. Yep. He did the wrong move on me. I think he comes from where you are looking when he jumps up. Are you sure? Is that true? Are we sure about that? I guess we'll test it in a moment. We'll test it in a moment. I mean, if we do this right, we wouldn't have to test it. Because we would kill him before he gets there. Bro. I just don't know why the camera sometimes curves, but usually doesn't. All right, here we go. I don't know, like... Come on, Torrent. Nope. That's not it. That's the worst possible move he can do. Yep. That was the worst possible opener. He's a... Oh, dude. These are the bad RNG openers that are the less likely things he can do to open a fight. The spin around and the jump up. These are the least likely ones. But, you know, of course we're going to get them. Because that's just how it is. That's our luck for you. But that's no problem. We did lose 10 minutes because we read chat and we went back up to the... and had to do the skip again, but that was, you know, its own thing. Woohoo! I did not hear that coming. Just a hair... that... Whenever that happens, you can tell I was just a hair late. Here we go. That's the right opener. I missed. I'm dead. No! That sucks, bro. That really sucks. That was just bad. So what I'm supposed to, when he puts his swords in the ground, literally my note says, get behind him when swords into the ground. And so instead of doing that, I got greedy. I need to be ready to switch to Torrent at any moment. Like, if I would have been on, you know, switched to Torrent, got behind him, that would have been the move. I just didn't think about that. I was afraid that he had fired an arrow there. Okay, here we go. Okay. That's cool. Bad RNG is just the best. Again, this isn't necessarily the worst thing to ever happen. I'd hope to be way better off by this point, chat, in my practice, but we missed like 4 days of stream. You can also dodge his meteor crash with torn iframes. Yeah, but that's way more precise because his meteor crash is a much bigger lingering hitbox. So that is something I don't want to do. I mean, I could, but it's something I would rather not try. Also, I can, if I was, you know, if I'm doing that, then I might as well do the even more Giga Chad thing and kill him when he falls down, which I could also do. You know, lay down a thing of... Nope. That's not a good open. Yep. That's his most rare open, I think. What do I have on as a talisman, by the way? Hold on 1 second. I just had a realization. Chat, I have nothing on. I literally got the ritual sword talisman and I didn't put it on, folks. That is unbelievable. That's so cool, chat. Okay, what just happened? Why did I just fall off of the horse? It just... The game just like freaked out on me. I don't know what happened. We're all good though. It just... It kicked me off torrent there. Come on. There we go. That's wrong. I hit the wrong button. Here we go. We got behind him. There we go. That time. Okay. Let's see. Will he come from the wrong direction this time? Oh, yeah. This is the exact same direction. Are you sure? He came from the I was not facing that way. He just turned on a dime towards me. What happened there? Why did he do that? He just took a left turn straight at me. Like his body just went, like it just juked left. According to people on Reddit, it is based on where you were looking when he starts descending. I think that's not true because that was not what just happened there. He came from like the exact same pixel. So, I mean, I don't know. Who can say? Who can say? I'm probably just doing something strange and not understanding it. Here we go. That's cool, man. Wrong move. I don't know what to do here because my script is now messed up. Okay. You're kidding me. I couldn't get it into the position I needed to though. Tough. This is why there was all these things I had to do that I planned to do to prepare, you know, training on boss fights and stuff like that. But then stream decided we had tech problems for 4 days. By the way, is anyone watching to see if we're having tech problems again? I see my bitrate changing a little bit in a scary way, but I don't think anyone is watching to see if I'm having tech problems, because the people in chat are all on the websites where you wouldn't know if I was having tech problems. But if anyone, again, you see any lag or loading, you gotta let me know, please, on Rumble. All right, here we go. This is it. I can feel it. If he does the right move, this is it. He did the right move. Okay, got behind him. Okay, hold on. Got him! Yes! One cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, no phase 2. That's literally it. That's it. That's exactly what we have to do. No phase 2. We skipped phase 2, chat. We killed him so fast. Woo! Chris says, I'm still here. I haven't seen any lag. Appreciate you. Oh, I got so excited. We did it. Okay. We did exactly what we had to do. Okay, Ash spam. Get behind him when swords into the ground. Okay. Get behind him when swords into the ground.
I see it now.
Oh, snap!
Their wits eventually. Then there's nothing else. How could this
Gotcha.
was my whole existence just a crock?
Yes, it was. Okay, get behind him, swords to the ground. Run to Alex. Storm Hill Shack. Storm Hill Shack. Boom. Okay. Radon skip. Left summons. Get behind him when swords to the ground. Run to Alex before cutscene. Storm Hill Shack. Alex Talisman on. Okay, so now I Alex Talisman on to replace. Sell Radon Soul. Inventory. I just made a realization, chat. I'm missing 10,700 runes. Okay, so I need to go farm that real quick. Hey, I see you there, Mello. Hold on one second, Mello. Let's go first try. Damn, Skippy. You don't seem to have issues here, at least. Thank you so much for checking, Mello. I appreciate you. I don't even know if I'm supposed... I think it's Margit time. Let's see. Run to Alex, Trundle Shack, Celadon, Margit. Okay. I'm sitting because I need to quickly farm. Very funny enough, I have to go farm real quick. Runes, because I need 10,700 runes to get myself where I was before I lost my runes. Appreciate you, Mello. So, where do we go for that? I guess up? We go over here? And we kill some dragons? That's my thought. Wouldn't it be funny if we die now and we lose our 111,500 runes and then just totally torch the entire run? All right, this guy is the most far away one. Oh, he one-shot me. And now he's going to be sitting on top of the runes. Chat, we might have just messed up. We might have done it. Knight's Cav? Knight's Cav is good, but the issue is if we get too many runes, I mean, I guess we could work it out, but we would have to spend enough money. Also, I need my runes. Now we're in a... Like, maybe you're right, Mello. That was the safer play. But now we have to get these runes back. Okay, chat, we're in for a little bit of a trouble. We've made a bit of a mistake. Mel, you're right, though. Well, I mean, that's all the way over there, though. We don't even have the grace for that. This is much quicker. I don't know. I don't know, but we're committed now. Chat, God help us. I used the explosion. I used the wrong one. All right, that time now was much easier. That was 3. That gave me how many runes, chat? I'm at 1115 is what I was at. Okay, we'll kill this gun. I was at 1115, chat. So whatever amount. Okay, this guy didn't wake up. That's cool. I used the wrong button again. I need, oh my god. Chat, my brain is mush tonight. My brain has been mush for a week. It's just that we didn't sleep all those days in a row because of the tech issues. So there's 4 days. And so I'm still out of whack. You know, last night, I didn't get great sleep, but I got some sleep at least. You know? Anyone who's watching my stream right now, can somebody put into the chat 111500? That's 111,500. Can anyone put that in the chat so that I remember that number? Begging y'all. Anyone. 111500. There we go. Okay, so we have 7. One more should do it. You're kidding me, bro. You're kidding me that he had like a little delay on him. Okay, so right now we're about 7k, so we need to kill one more. So do these guys just infinitely respawn? I guess they do. Because if you kill Grail, the sleeping dragon over there, you get a one-time large rune payment. But you could just farm these guys infinitely instead. Because if you kill Grail, they disappear. Probably not worth it, of course, because they give so few runes. I'm a little worried about my runes still. If I lose them, then this is going to have been very foolish. Chat, where are my runes? Where are my runes, chat? All right, we're sleeping on them. That's okay. There we go. Okay, I had to hit a grace. Okay. So 3 1s and then a 5. So if I did this right, I should have 1 2. You should have 1 2 1 8 7. That doesn't sound right. That can't be possibly correct. I needed 10,000, about 10,800 runes. 10,000 runes more, I'd be at 121,500. 121,500 plus 800, 122,300. So I need like 400 more runes. Well, I can just go over here and get that. Did that guy have iframes? Ooh, item. Why'd I pick up the item? Chat, they give so little runes. Hello? All right. Okay, that should be just enough. That should be about exactly, maybe I'm off by like 100 runes maybe. In which case, you know, if I accidentally that messes things up, so be it. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Let's recenter ourselves, folks. Let's see. Where are we in the guide here? All right. We get Ritual Sword. We do Radon. Get behind him. That allowed us to one-cycle him. We run to Alexander. We kill him. Stormhill Shack. Alex Talisman on. Sell Radon Soul. We did that. Margit. Enter Godric Gate. Ritual Sword Talisman on. So we don't level up until Godric. So we have to hold all these souls. Or I could just level up now just for safety. Which I might as well do. 21 mind, 34 int. Let's get close to that. Let's see. 21 mind. That's enough for now, just in case we die. All right. Now we kill... Hold on. Now we kill Margit, and we run over to our man's Godric. There we go. Margit time. Okay, Margit, and then we put Ritual Sword Talisman on. I guessed that would work. I don't know if this will work. I might get killed. There we go. There was a faster way to do that, but for sure. I'm just gonna put this on now so I don't forget. There we go. Wait, what? Okay. Let's go, indeed. I'm gonna sit, just because. Okay. Godric time.
You there?
Yeah.
It's tight.
No, I'll use the main gate. Okay, Godric.
The gates! Open the gate!
And then I should have sat. I believe it'll be open now. Nope. All right. Here we go. And we're just gonna go. We're not gonna get the other grace. You like how I remembered where to jump so that it didn't hit me? Get more kukris. I don't know if I need them, but, you know, we did throw a few extra than we thought we would. Tree jump. Still got it. That is a fur-calling finger nonsense-a-rooney. Oh, we were out of stamina. Oh, chat. This is why in the actual speedrun, you'd be on patch 1.07, which at this point is like 3 years old. Because if you crouch, basically up until like a year into Elden Ring existing, if you crouched, you would get all your stamina back. They removed that mechanic. And so everyone who speedruns, there's not one speedrun on, you see, bottom right corner, this is current patch. No one speedruns current patch. And so they don't have the issue of running out of stamina there. They can just run straight through. They do a quit out here for safety. I don't care because I'm gonna grab this grace just for safety. They do a quit out. I don't need to because I'm doing this. Okay, Godric time. So we do Godric, and then we do Grace before Lane Del skip. Lane Del skip? Oh, I know the Grace that is. Where am I supposed to level up, though? I mean, it's gonna waste a lot of time, but who cares? Okay, this is fine. I don't know the right way to do this, by the way, chat. So we want him to do the dragging move. He's not doing it. He's doing the wrong move, chat. This is a very bad opener. Yep, that hit me. That's fine. That was wrong. I know RTSR's off.
I am the Lord
Nice.
of all that is golden. And one day, we'll return together.
It's not letting me, I should have, I'm supposed to do a,
Race of
a quit out there, actually. That's my bad. I was supposed to do a quit out there. Calling it first try, says Mel. Nib says easy. Ya betcha. Nibs, how are you today? I haven't done any of the things you wrote me because I'm late to stream. Okay, 34. There we go. And now... Okay. Margit, entering Godric Gate. Lane Dell time. Okay. Oh, I'm supposed to level at Lane Dell. I misread my own instructions. Oopsie doodles. Nibs, how are you today, my friend? Nibs, we fell asleep right when I was about to start stream for like 90 minutes. My sleep has been messed up and my brain is melted. But here we go. First time in Lane Dell, chat. First time in Lane Dell in like 6 months. All right, let's do it. Just welcome showers, feeling fresh. You good? Not really. Not really. I have some, folks, I didn't even mention this today. I had some family drama, one could call it, but like in a very sad, something very, very sad happened in my family today that I woke up to a text about. I'm not gonna get into it. What is this, by the way? Magic grease? Okay. I'm not gonna get into it on stream, obviously, but like something very sad happened in my family. It's one of those life type of situations. It is what it is. It happens to many people, not everyone, but many people. But it was, so my whole day has been kind of weird, to be honest. No, that's it. I need this grace. Showered and feeling fresh? Bro, I could use a shower right now. I feel sweaty. Okay. So, I'm supposed to do the Lane Dell skip, but I'm not doing that. Grace before Lane Dell skip. Quit out past Avatar. Back left corner. Disc skip to branch. We're gonna try the disc skip. I've never done it before. The disc skip is a skip that Distortion 2, I watched his live stream when he discovered the skip. I remember him discovering it and being like, there's no way this will ever be used for anything. But now the world record uses it. Bro. Get out of here, dude. Annoying, bro. But yeah, so we've had a kind of rough day, to be honest, folks. But we're live, we're alive, we made it. All right, and that's what matters. Okay, so I'm a little turned around, to say the least. So it's supposed to be quit out past Avatar, back left corner, disc skip to branch. Let's try it. Yeah, it is this way. Okay. Well, that's so cool, dude. Again, that's a problem that the world record doesn't have, because the world record is running on a 2-year-old patch when you could instantly quit out. Now there's a delay because they, you know, wanted to mess it up. Family's always unique at times. However, it always works out in the end. No, this is not something that works out in the end. This is something that doesn't work out. It's just life happens. Omega, cool. Yeah. Life happens, you know, sometimes, you know, people die. You can't, it doesn't, in the end, they don't come back to life. You know, things happen, you know, things, permanent. Okay, that guy fell on me, chat. Things happen, and that's okay, chat, you know? You don't have to, like, think, well, it's gonna be okay. Like, sometimes life is just how life is, and that's okay. But, yeah, I've had a rough one. Family is how family is, for sure. It reminds me of, like, there's a funny joke, like they're at a funeral and this guy, you know, it died, and his widow, his wife is, you know, they're crying, and somebody comes up to the window, is like, oh, don't worry, you know, he'll get better. And she's like, it's an open casket and you can see the body. It's like, what? That delay, that input delay that they force. Again, this is the one thing I'll never understand why FromSoft did this. They they specifically put an input delay to make it harder for speedrunners. Why? Like, who cares? Nobody playing the normal game is experiencing this. It's not a problem for anyone. It just it's strange. But anyway, here we go. Back left corner disc skip time. I've never done this in my life. Chat, this might be very hard for all I know. I think it is over here though. Nibs, if you're watching, this is a cool little skip that you maybe have never seen before. Okay, I feel like this is not the right place. I don't remember there being a lion. Come to your world through your eyes, keep onward for them, brother. Well, I mean, if you don't believe in an afterlife, then that's not a thing. You know? That's the issue with a lot of platitudes, you know? A lot of, like, things that people will say. What's this? Ooh, 10 bucks? Ooh, super cash. A lot of things people will say, which they're like, well, this applies generally. But then if you're talking to the wrong person, you're just going to upset them. So I think platitudes you got to be real careful with like that. You know? It's like you come up to somebody, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's obvious. All right, here we go. So the skip is here. But to be frank, we need to look at it once. We need to watch somebody else do it one time. So dude, this stupid Windows 11. A lot of people may not have seen this before. Because this is a rarely done skip. Distortion himself, when he invented the skip, thought no one would ever use it. I wonder if he knows, he surely does, that the speedrun world record eventually did use it. Also, it's like imposing your worldview. It's like, you know, somebody dies, you know, let's say like an Arab person dies and you're at the funeral and they're like, well, Jesus will watch over him, brother. And they're like, excuse me? You know, they're like, you know, and then people start crying. You know, it's just like, you gotta, you know, sometimes it's just, that sucks, bro. Like, that's just the best thing to say. It's just, you know, whatever happened, that sucks. You know, I'm there for you, bro. Okay, here we go, chat. These are just things you learn in a lifelong of dealing with suffering and Castle Cruise, what? And people like going through grief. By the way, nobody died, by the way, in my situation. That's why I'm joking about this, because nobody died. That's not what happened. But something did happen that just can't unfortunately be fixed ever. It just something that happened. Okay, they don't get the cash. But it's okay, it's just a part of like life and relationships and existence. But it's just, you know, my mom is in a bad way right now. My siblings are in a bad way. Okay, here we go. Look at this, chat. Block jump from right here. You go onto this. You jump attack. You jump attack. You jump attack. And then boom. Okay, chat. And this gets you immediately over to the branch. Let's try it out. I don't know. The thing is, if I fail, I'm so far away. I'm a little worried. Is there a safety grace I could get? So it's like... No! What? I accidentally hit the jump input again and it just flung me to the left. I immediately failed, chat. There's the one beside the avatar. That is still very far away though. I don't like that. Isn't there's a closer grace than that, I think. There is by the way, there's a skip to get down in one shot. But surely the avatar grace is not the closest one. I don't think so. Uh-oh. Oh boy, here we go. How many runes did I just lose, chat? How many runes did I just lose? 10,000 something? That is tough. 11k again? Dude, I keep losing exactly 11k runes. That is the 8th time In this run, I've lost 11k runes. How many does he have here? No, he has 20. Oh, but you know what? He doesn't pick up the great rune, and I did. So actually, I'm good because I have in my inventory this hero's rune, which is 20k. So I'm actually perfect. Okay, that's no problem then. So, folks, where is there a closer grace? I mean, I could just go the normal way, but like... I wish I had a timer up right now, so I would know how long this is about to take. So I could time it. On. Bro. Second time getting stuck on him that never once has happened to me before. There's a very important, I mean, like, we could maybe not do that skip, but there is a very important skip we do need to do, which is a lot like that skip. So it's almost worth learning. Isn't this money? No, this is a 7? No, it's 9. The only close one I think is the West Capitol Rampart. That's not actually technically closer because that one is already... That's past the area where... That's like at the area we're skipping. So that's past the area. Let me just try the normal way. It's an extra like 3 minutes basically, but that's fine. Woo! I could get griefed. Oh! I could easily get griefed. I have been hit by an arrow over here before, and I have 1 HP, but if I go to heal, then I'm staying in... Yep, see? Arrow almost killed me, but if I go to heal, I'm standing in place, and then I will get killed by an arrow. A rune arc action. Boom. Boom. And the balcony one is closest. I mean, we're good now. We're good. You better not lightning me. All right, I'm gonna grab this as my safety, just in case things go horribly wrong. Okay. Oh yeah, you. I can't get my...
Thanks
there we go.
For bringing me to the base
okay.
of the Erd Tree.
Quit out past avatar. This branch skip.
my own
24
movement,
mind.
And thus, the accord
30.
is fulfilled.
24
I
mind.
shall
43
depart
int.
to
Lane-Del
ascertain
skip
the
again.
purpose I was given.
Flesh on
Farewell. I shall leave
gravestone.
Torrent, and the power
Did I
to
not?
turn
I think I
ruins
forgot
into
to write
strength.
down that I'm supposed to kill
Here,
Morgott.
I wish
That's so
you luck
funny.
in realizing your
This
ambition.
skip to branch.
You have fought long.
Yeah, I definitely
and
forgot.
hard. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord.
Okay, so I'm supposed to kill them
May
now, and then I
take the
upgrade
throne.
after. Okay, I misunderstood. All right. Well, sushi time. Enjoy, Mello. Enjoy your sushi. Well, that was a waste of time, but that's okay. That's okay, folks. I'm really hoping to beat Elden Ring and then be able to get a baseline for how much time it took us. How long have we been streaming? An hour? Not great. Oh, someone fell. I don't know the script for this. God help us. He's not doing it. No! Okay. I need to look at how he fights him. Luckily, he does the same opener every time, even when it's not the first time. Okay, let's look. How does he fight him? Okay. Where is it? Speedrun. Can I move the tab over? No, you can't. Oh, Windows 11, how you suck. All right. So. Let's see. So he runs in, and okay, he doesn't wait. He runs up, he jumps, runs, he gets to the top stair, he does a trail, he jump attacks. Gotcha. He jump attack. I see the script. I see the opener script. Folks. So run in, put a trail at the top of the stairs, then jump attack to jump over his thingy. Okay, I see it. You're kidding. Okay, so he instantly did that time. What is the difference? It's because now he's already spawned in is why. Okay, so we've basically thrown. The way to do it at the script is because he's spawning in when you run in. But because now he has already spawned in, he immediately aggroes. And so there's like a half second you don't get. Okay. That worked, but I jumped like an idiot. Gamer Delta, hello. How are you today, Gamer Delta? All right. We got this. Boom. Okay, heal. Okay, game on. Don't kill me. I'm dead. Okay, so he'll charge me, so I can't be doing that at all. We do really good damage to him, though. Doing not so well. I had strep throat. Oh, that's the worst. And an ear infection in all week. Oh, my Lord. That's just terrible. Well, you said all week, like in the past tense. Do you still have it, or are you now recovering, or are you better? Don't kill me. He's killing me. Our practice from him before is paying off a little bit, I will admit. Still have it, you say? Don't do it. He's doing it. Uh-oh. Well, we're dead now. That's cool. It just did not let me dodge roll. Dude, it ate my input. I still have it. Are you recovering, or you're still at the peak you're saying? Or are you recovering? Did you reach the pinnacle, the zenith, and you're dropping down, or are you telling me that like you're still up there? Like, what are we talking about? Okay. No, dude. That's cool. Here, come up this trail. No? All right. So I have just enough health. Okay, I need to not run back there. Okay. Get myself trapped in this little area. For me, when I get sick, which, we know during the winter, I got sick over and over again for months, chat. You all know. I just horribly sick, like just the most intense of my life. One thing after another. And the thing for me is like the second you start to feel better at all, just so great. Woo! I'm prescribed antibiotic for my strep throat on Friday. Wait, so it's worse than it's ever been, you're saying? You're saying that today, this moment, you feel worse than you have the entire time? Really? You're saying you're not better even a little bit? You're saying now you are worse than ever. Like it's been a steady increase and now you're at the worst you've so far. I don't understand though. What do you wait on Friday? Oh, okay, I see. Because today is wait, do you mean you meant like this past Friday? I got confused. Chris says morning. Oh. Woo. There we go. No, I haven't been suffering, more or less. You're just manning through it. I mean, I can respect that as well. Not I. Woo! Woo! All right, all right. All right. We're out of heals. Get out of here. I shouldn't do that. That's death. I knew that was death. Because I'm out of heals. What am I going to do? I need to not be doing that over and over again. Well, I'm glad to hear you haven't been suffering. That is always what I want for people in my chat. My hope is always that they are not suffering. You know? The suffering is the responsibility of the current person streaming. They have to suffer. Everyone else, though, should not. That was bad. That was just straight up bad of me. Dude, let me go. Today's breakfast is breakfast pizza, my man's. I mean, I kind of want to look at this the world record again, and I want to see how often is he using his Ash of War in this fight. I think that would be a good indicator. You know what I'd love to see is Sadix, because I now have the big report that I found bacon for my burgers. Yeah, I'm manning through it. I just need to drink water to deal with it. My throat hurting and take antibiotics twice a day. I should be cured. Hell yeah, man. Windows 11 popping up random stuff. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? That's right. Speedrun record. There it is. Aren't antibiotics just incredible? Okay. Let's watch how this person fights. So he starts off, he gets one of these off. We figured out how to get one off as well. That jump, you know, and then I want to see if he's ever using... look at chat, he's using Unsheath. He's not using his ritual anymore. Look at this. He's mid-rolling with Unsheath. He's going between the two. Whoa. Okay, this is actually insane. Because it's faster. Chat, look at this. Look at him. He swaps weapons. Watch. He starts with the death poker. Okay. He switches to the katana. He gets 2 unsheaths in. A jump attack. And then this gets him to stagger. And then once he staggers, it's just over. Look, he doesn't even take it. He just does this over and over again. Interesting. Okay, so 2 unsheaths and a jump attack. Wait, how many hits did he do before that? Hold on. I clicked the wrong button. Chat, my brain. The good thing is my ear infection doesn't hurt. Just feels like it's filled with earwax. Really? I've never had a non-painful ear infection. So that's awesome. I'm envious of you. That's sick. You know, I wish for all of chat, should you ever be sick, it is non-painful. Ash of War, jump attack, and then unsheath, jump, Ash of War. Ash of War, jump attack, unsheath, unsheath, jump, Ash of War. Okay, let me write this down, actually. I think. Ash of War, unsheath, no. I've forgotten it already. Dude, my memory is so... My short-term memory just doesn't exist, chat. Y'all know that already, though. Let me add this to the list. 24.5. Godfrey. Ash of War. Let's see, what does he do? Yeah. Ash of War. Jump, attack, unsheath, unsheath, jump, attack, Ash of War, bam. Okay, that's it. Got it. See what I wrote, because I was looking at Godfrey, Ash of War, jump, attack, unsheath, unsheath, jump, attack, Ash of War, spam. All right, let's try this out, folks. I don't know how exactly I'm supposed to read my guide here while I'm fighting him, but let's see. I mean, listen, all of my reading chat while fighting bosses has paved the way for this moment. Okay, so we start. Ash of War. Got him. Woo! All right. I forgot to equip the weapon. This isn't gonna count. Also, why did it unlock me? I forgot to equip the weapon, chat. I forgot to put on the weapon. The whole point of that. I forgot. I got my right ear infection by my sinuses being clogged. Interesting. And for me personally, whenever my sinus is clogged, like if I get the lightest cold you've ever heard of in your life, boom, sinus infection. Of course, my sinuses are disfigured. I had to have surgery when I was younger because I couldn't breathe properly my whole life until I was like 20 and I had that surgery. I had half the breathing capacity, but okay. So, he has the Uchi here, Death's Poker here, the full set on, and I have to two-hand very fast. Do you want me to type the order in chat? No, because I have the order right underneath chat, so it's the same difference. Because you gotta remember, on-screen chat is only on-screen for y'all. I don't have... It's not like it's on over my game or something. I don't actually see on-screen chat. Hold on. I wish it worked like that. That'd be cool. Okay. Ash of War, jump attack, and then swap to the Uchi. Ash of War. He just stepped on my face. That was very unfortunate. Look at how much damage I do to him, by the way. Just with one Ash of War where I don't even make contact with him. Just him standing in the fire. Pro tip, don't die. I mean, that's what we're trying over here. That is the game that we play. That maybe was supposed to be a... Oh, bad timing. That was maybe supposed to be a jump R2, I'm realizing. Jump R2. I should assume it's a jump R2 and not a jump R1. For more stagger damage. See, Chris? Now we're mid-rolling and it's just all over. Just all over. Ash of War, jump attack, and then Uchi. Come on, baby. Some good RNG and this is easy and free. Okay. I did like not enough damage this time. He didn't stand in it long enough. Cool. He decided to wait back for once. That's cool. I don't know, that was just bad RNG. For some reason at the start of the fight, instead of like doing any of his moves when I attacked, he decided just to wait. Like his AI didn't start. Again, if I was, I'm making all these excuses, but if I was just good at the fight, this wouldn't be an issue. So there's no real excuse for it. There we go. Heal, heal. Okay, that should guarantee me. Early. Oh, I was out of stamina. That was really nice. I was there. All I had to do was Ashabor him and he would go to the critical. That would have killed him. I got really close. I got really close there. I know it looked like I didn't, but I was one attack from killing him. Just one. You can't blame me. It's on the book. Dude, one attack from killing him there. All right, that's fine. There we go. Tough. I just needed to be a bit quicker with my decision making, and I was like, I saw the opening to jump attack just too late. Thank you for the emojis. I always love seeing emojis in the chat. I don't know why, but they make me happy. In like dopamine release or something. Oxytocin. Here we go. So I just stay put. I do this. The stomp misses me, usually. Then it doesn't. Alright. That's cool. Oh, I guess I should have done it before. Yeah. That's nice. Again, this is all about today just beating Elden Ring and getting a baseline on how long that takes us with a little bit of skip knowledge we have. There's a whole lot of skips. I really needed to get cheat engine. Chat, losing those 4 days we lost kind of ruined all of my plans from not being able to stream. We're so behind. See, that time worked. All right. 1, 2. I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. That works. Heal. I'm 1 hit away from killing him. And I'm gonna throw. I'm literally gonna throw this. No! No! Chat. It's gone now. I had it. I had it, dude, and then I threw. I don't know what happened even. I don't know. Did I panic? I don't know. Something happened. I got it, and then I started floundering. And then it was too late. And then it was too late for me to, because his stamina bar is recovering constantly, or his poise meter. And so I need to like get that hit in fast, and you snooze, you lose. All right, here we go. That's okay. We're getting better. I hope. Okay. There we go. That's crazy. That was like a lingering hitbox. Did you see that? I'm looking at the replay cam. That did not touch us. That was just a straight up lingering hitbox. We were in like the perfect pixel. What can you do? But okay, we're figuring it out now. We are, like the improvements are happening. Here we go. Watch. I go in, I target lock, I move back, I immediately, boom. I'm holding the back button. That caused him not to hit me. Then I can get a jump attack. I can run back. I swapped my Uchi. I get hit in the face. Didn't expect that. Woo! I die. I heal. I was too slow. That was it, by the way. That's how you kill him. But I was too slow. I should have taken the crit. I should have taken the crit to be safe. If you're wondering what happened, I got an extra unsheath. Off. And then... I need... Okay, get the unsheath off. Okay, okay. I just need to be faster, chat. That's all. My button presses weren't very fast. I just got bad RNG there. He just decided, for some reason, he decided to come closer before he used his, before he charged. Like he was processing for a moment. I've had him dead 3 times now and then kind of choked. That's okay. Need to heal again. That's cool. Come on, let me heal. I'm begging you, bro. All right, out of heals. I was out of stamina. I'm messed up right now. I'm kind of screwed. Yeah. I didn't have enough health. I had no flasks left, as you can see. I couldn't heal myself. And so a huge part of my damage only works when I'm at full health. And so at that point I was like, Also, I keep getting hit here now all of a sudden. Press the wrong button. Now he's gonna get hit off because he got closer. Yep. Thank you for the alert. Gotta get my stamina back. How is he killing him? He is like, he is swapping somehow so fast to the death poker. I don't know how he's doing it actually. Because the world record is swapping to the other weapon to immediately start doing Ash of Wars way faster than I can, and I'm wondering if that's because he's on keyboard and mouse. Let me take a look here. Let's see what he does here. At this point, we're not even looking. We know the script, but okay. So watch. He does that, which gets... That's why. It's because he's... I'm making a mistake here. I'm staggering him with the Uchi Katana when I'm not supposed to be. I'm supposed to stagger him with this move. Boom. And look, I don't know if you see it, but he keeps crouching and getting his stamina back. I can't do that. This is because he's on a 2-year-old patch. Nim says, put weapons in D-pad configuring, not consumable slots. I don't know what those words mean. What do you mean by that? How do you do that? What is a D-pad? What? I don't, can you explain, please? I mean, he's just doing... I need to follow his script. The problem is I'm not following his script. And so I'm getting him to stagger early. So he's getting him to stagger by the... He gets this and then boom. And it's this explosion which staggers him, and then he's immediately can just kill him. Instantly. Yeah. Okay, I see it. I see it. Wait a minute. I forgot what I was supposed to look at. It's not that he's swapping fast. It was the point. I was wrong, I think. Let's see how fast he swaps. Hold on. I didn't even look at the thing I was talking about, Chad. I'm so dumb. All right. Let's look again. Nibs, I'd be interested to understand what you were talking about there. Hits him twice. Jump. Now he swaps over. Oh, he has infinite time. Okay, he's not doing it fast at all. Bro is not doing it fast at all. It was just I'm doing it wrong. Okay, Ash of War, jump, unsheath, unsheath, jump, Ash of War. That's what it is. Ash of War, jump, unsheath, unsheath, jump, Ash of War. So. Ash of War. Get hit. Okay. Jump. Tough. Perfect. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Boom. That's tough. He queued that up the instant I pressed to jump. We almost had it. It was just, we got bad RNG. What, did I do that right? Let's see. I did the Ash of War. I did a jump attack. I did unsheath, unsheath. I then was going into a jump attack, and then the next Ash of War would have staggered him. Okay, I said, you hold down the D-pad. What is the D-pad? Nibs, you need to use the schmapoobles, all right? That's what you need, all right? There's $100,000 at the schmapoobles. Oh, you don't know what that is? Oh, well, too bad. Look at me. I'm Nibs. I'm a fancy gamer. I know all the gaming words. Look at Dan. He's a boomer. He doesn't know what a video game is, all right? Please, bro, you gotta help me out. I don't know what a D-pad is. Look at the animation that happens on the world run consumable box. It's different. Oh, you're doing this on purpose. You're messing with me. Okay. I don't know what any of those words mean, but I love you, bro. I would love to learn them, but if you want to be the cool kid and keep it to yourself, very well. If that's how you feel. Okay. Bro. That should get me to full. I missed. Woo! Look at chat. Oh, I looked at chat. The stupid 90-second ad break starting. Thank you for sticking around and supporting the channel. I hate that, bro. I hate this stupid message that says that over and over again. I get it. It's good to have, right? But like, it pops up and it causes me to look at it, and then I get killed. All right, Ash of War, jump, unsheath, unsheath, jump, Ash of War. Okay, we're losing our minds, chat. Perfect. Bam. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. Woo! Okay. I missed. Oh, it's now wrong. No, oh, darn it. I missed the jump. I had it, chat, but I just straight up missed. I hit the button too early. Basically, whenever you're doing jump attacks, what you want to do, I'll show you, chat. This is a 99% of people play Elden Ring don't realize this. When we load, I'll show you. All right. That's a jump attack, right? The problem is if you're locked onto an enemy and they move and you do this. Okay, what? Bro, who are you? You see? We got hit. But anyway, he could, if he moved, he'd go the way. That is not how you're supposed to do jump attacks. You jump and then hit. So you're supposed to, if you want to 100% never miss a jump attack again, what you'll do is you jump and you hit right as you touch the ground. So watch my feet, chat. Jump. That is a jump attack. Jump. That is a jump attack. Jump. That counts as a jump attack. It does the damage of a jump attack. It does the poise damage of a jump attack. But the difference is, no matter where your enemy is, as long as you're locked on, that will guaranteed hit them. Whereas you do a jump attack where you hit the attack button instantly when you jump, they can move out of the way. Doesn't matter if you're locked on or not. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. There's no Statue of America there. I thought there was a Statue of America. Chris says, no wonder why you can't switch from Uchi back into poker. You're two-handing Uchi. From Uchi back into poker? Well, yeah, of course. I'm two-handing and then I'm just supposed to go like this. You see? That's the move. You see that? That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I might not need to. You're right. I don't need to two-hand that. Smart man. You make a good point. I thought I needed to two-hand that, but you're right. As long as it's in my right, I don't need to two-hand it. And the world record doesn't either. Good pickup, Chris. Good pickup, Chris. Good man. Very good job. I have to two-hand the Death's Poker because I don't have the stats for it. Fun fact. At least I don't think he's two-handing it. Good call out, Chris. Good call out. Chris, can you please translate what Nib said in the chat? He's messing with me. I don't know what can you tell me what the D-pad is on an Xbox controller? Do you know? Yeah, isn't the D-pad the Xbox button? Also the other stuff. Can you define what he said? Do you know what he said? What it means? Pretty please? Or anyone in the chat? Has anyone in the chat ever played a video game before and they could tell me what those words meant? I'd really appreciate it. There we go. All right. Whew. Lord Almighty. D-pad is the direction pad. Okay. Thank you. What you're talking about, Willis? How are you doing today? That's nice. That doesn't tell me anything. The plus pad. Oh, it's the arrow keys. I understand now. So, wait, how would I... Wait, what? Put the weapons on that? Isn't that what they're already on? Okay, then I really have no idea what he was talking about then. What's John Bolts? How are you doing today? We are at 240. Okay, chat. This is still way too long. It's because we don't have the boss chat. I absolutely memed myself. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, obviously, the server issues that we experienced, but God help us. All right, Asher 4, jump attack. Unsheath, unsheath, jump attack. That's so... He delays that so much. I'm okay, how about you? We've had a very rough day, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I don't have enough time in the day. Chat, my marathon stream is gonna be like days in a row. I'm very worried. Like, it's not gonna go very fast, I'll tell you that much. Come on, let me go, let me go, let me go. Don't do it, don't do it. Come on, bro. Let me heal. I'm begging you to let me heal. Sometimes he lets you heal, nope, sometimes he just super aggro for no reason. Nice. Oh, well, I must have been out of stamina, but I did do that well enough. Okay, but it will take longer than the 3 combined. That is... What you're talking about, Willis, I'm sorry. I thought you'd played Dark Souls before, because that is very untrue. Dark Souls 2 is way longer than Elden Ring. Dark Souls 2 is a huge game, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Listen, if Elden Ring takes longer than those games, then that means I would get them all done in one stream. In like 10 hours. Listen, what you're talking about is from your lips to God's ears, okay? I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Because if you're right, then I'm good. Missed. Yep. Missed the attack, and that was just it. GG. I've seen them all done in one stream. I mean, of course. I've seen them all done in 4 hours, you know? Like, yeah. Somebody who actually has the speed run down can do them all, you know. I can do the full, all of them in one stream, for sure. But you have to, in a 4-hour stream. But the point is that I'm not that, you know. Like, I've seen someone dunk a basketball. They can't do that, though. Like, what are we talking about here? Am I expected to do that? Don't you dare. Darn it. I always get hit by the back part of that. My favorite streamer did all the DS deathless for his 500 NDR run. I have no idea what NDR is. What's NDR? Is it a joke? Am I being trolled? Is NDR like a funny thing? And I'd be like, got him! What's that? Yes, you have to debunk that Super Bowl between each game. Now see, that is what I should have done. But we, you know, when we get the webcam, that's when we're gonna do that. That's the challenge. That's a more doable challenge than this, I think. No, wait, hold on. Nip says no death run, but does that make sense? Because he said he did a deathless run after his no death run. So if it's isn't a no death run, wait, what? If he did all the Dark Souls deathless for his 500, okay, now, so 500 no death run, you're saying he did 500 no death runs in a row in one stream? And then he did all the Dark Souls deathless? I feel like that's just not true. I feel like there's not enough, I mean, like, he must have been using some serious hacks. 500 no death runs in one day of Elden Ring? I don't think so. Like, the any percent is like 4 minutes because of zips, where you go like this and then you zip across the map. I mean, I guess, what, 500 times 4, so that's 2,000 minutes. There's not enough hours in the day. I don't believe you. He completed 500 total. His last one to hit 500 was all 3 in one day. His last one to hit 500. His last one to hit 500 was all 3 in a day. All 3 what? In a day. So he completed 500 over time. Wait, was he keeping track? Like, he intended, he was like, I'm gonna do 500. That's kind of sick. That's like strange to have that dedication though. Like, he knew, he was like, I'm gonna, like, he started from 0 and he's like, I'm gonna do it 500 times in a row deathless. Who is this streamer, by the way? You gotta shout this person out. I'm always looking for Souls people to follow, and I don't know anyone who did this. All 3 Dark Souls. Yes, he was keeping track. Who is it? Because I'm usually pretty up on the Dark Souls community. And that doesn't sound like anyone I know. There we go. One, 2, 3. Stamina. Yep. Positioning. That is the worst thing, is if you're right up against him. That's why you want to be on his side. His finder was likely his last, but his name is Forlorn Knight Immortal Tomato. Wow, I've never heard of that person. That's sick. Where do they stream? What platform? So I can check them out. I think that's... wow. Dead. It's wild how he just can cue that exactly at the moment I press the button so perfectly so that I'm just done. He streams on Facebook? Dog, I wish Facebook didn't... Facebook banned me because they said my country doesn't exist. They took a face scan, I verified, I appealed, they said, sorry, your country doesn't exist. And I was like, okay, man. Should all his VOD be available on YouTube? There we go. Okay. Focus. Focus. I couldn't see his attack. I was between him and the wall, so he was too close to me, so I didn't know what he was doing. Now, when you say Forlorn Knight / Immortal Tomato, are you saying that's his full name? Like his full name is Forlorn Knight / Immortal Tomato, or is it he has a different name on each platform? IamNib says, don't dodge as often, try strafing. I mean, that's right. There's a lot of strafes in this fight. That's absolutely correct. But the reason I'm playing it this way is because I'm trying to get before his stagger bar. Okay, that was a lot faster that time. Before his stagger bar runs out. Okay, I could have strafed that, but I thought that I didn't think that would hit me. That was just a knowledge issue. That was the cleanest we've ever gotten it though for an opener. I kind of have a new method where I'm hitting the Ash of War button as I'm entering the arena. It was Forlorn Knight, then he changed it about a year ago to Immortal Tomato. Why would... That's such a weird change. Forlorn Knight is sick. Why would you change it like that? Tomato has more mass appeal? Like, what are we talking about? Of course, I can't really... Yup. This one doesn't count. We got like 1 in a million RNG where he stood still for the first 10 seconds. I mean, I can't talk. I'm Doldrum Dan. Oh my god, I just remembered something. Oh. Something to do with my horrible family situation that happened today. Or horrible news in the family. I just said something that reminded me about the situation and made me realize something. Oh my god, because of burnt potato, it's a name grab gimmick. Burnt peanut? You think? Nibs, do you know who this person is? Wait a minute, you're talking like you know who they are. Do you know Forlorn Knight, Immortal Tomato? Are they like a huge streamer that I just don't know about? Also, I did it wrong this time. That's okay. Worked out. Didn't work out. Bernie Peanut. We're just making things up, folks. We're just making up people now in the chat. We're just making up people. Oh yeah, you know, the #1 Souls runner. Banana Vegetable Man. I don't, but most name changes are to try to trick people into clicking accidentally. I don't know. That's a huge assumption to make. I'm probably going to change my name eventually. Also, I follow many people who've changed their names just because their original name, like mine, was stupid. Now, actually, I would say you're objectively wrong. Most name changes are because people originally make their... I hit the wrong button. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Come on. Most people change their name because their original name was stupid. That's why most people change their names. Well, he was going to stop streaming, but pretty sure nobody will beat 500 no death runs, hence the immortal part. In a row? I mean, people could do it. CBD could do it. Didn't CBD do like, he did NG +7 like 100 times in a row or something. Hitless. Like not no death, but hitless or something. Those streams were insane. Is a big streamer? Sure they are. Sure they are. Yeah. You know, me and, yeah, that, you know, the big streamer, Soggy Waffle or whatever, you know? Anyway, we're just making up people in the chat. That was just me being bad there. Hitless runs are boring? Have you ever tried a hitless run before? Because that's a wild thing to say. Also, we're a hitless runner, so, you know, screw you. Have you ever tried a hitless one? What you talk about, Wallace? Have you done a hitless run? Because hitless runs are extremely fun. The amount of skill required in just like memory and reaction to moves. Like there's no such thing as a better player than a player who can do chat? Are we still live? The game crashed. Turbine has over 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube alone. Yeah, so did I. Well, did you know Soggy Waffle has 10 million subscribers? Live? Okay, thank you. I have tried them and watched them. Hitless runs are boring. Ah, but you failed. So you're... Okay, I see how it is. You said I tried them. You didn't say I succeeded at them. I see how it is, you know. Listen, I feel the same way. I couldn't become a lawyer, so now I know becoming a lawyer is bad because I couldn't do it. She says, I finished Elden Ring hitless. See, that's a Giga Chad right there. That's a man who, you know, understands. That's a man who can say it's bad. He's earned it then. With cheat engine, no, see, you're not supposed to say that second part. You're not supposed to say that second part. I'll give you an example. I hitless them. They are boring. Sure. We all believe you. The most impressive thing that happened, the most impressive run ever done. There's a question between two different runs that are the most impressive runs ever. One is Dino Disengale, who did... If we crash in the real thing, it's gonna be so sad. Dino Disengale did Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Sekiro, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, all back-to-back hitless in a row at level 1 with a level 1 weapon. That was what Dino Disengale did. It's you know, which some say is the hardest challenge ever in all of gaming. It was incredible. I watched that live. It took him like 2 years to get it. Unbelievable run. Another run people will often talk about being one of the hardest ever done. Some even said it was the hardest up until Dino got that run. They don't have a life. They're a streamer. They made so much money by doing that run. It made them so popular. You know? That's like saying LeBron James, he doesn't have a life. All he does is play basketball all the time. It's like, well, he's paid to do it. But Lil Aggie did the rando no-hit run. That is a run of Elden Ring with a randomizer on. In other words, you couldn't... In a lot of hitless runs, you're learning, like, specific tech. You're scripting things. You're cheesing things. But in the rando no-hit, it's just pure skill. It is, you have to become so good at every single enemy, every single boss in Elden Ring, so good that you won't get hit by skill. So you can't say that that's boring. Because what you're saying, what you're talking about, Willis, is that it is boring to become so good at these games that no enemy could ever hit you. That is boring. Like, is it boring if you watch somebody play Elden Ring and just by skill, no setup, no strategy, just skill of fighting, knowing every enemy so well, they don't get hit? That isn't incredible to watch? Is that really what you're saying? Because this is why I love hitless runs. When I did Night Rain, hitless all bosses up until the DLC, that is. You know, when I was doing hitless on them, it feels so good. The build up to see the payoff is fun. It's watching somebody who is truly great at something. Like, watching somebody who it's like, oh my gosh. Like, it's boring being that good. Plus, a lot of what I've seen is people sniping with bows. But I'm not talking about that. Wait, you just said being good enough that you don't get hit by enemies is boring. Then what isn't boring in these games? Because, you know, why is Deathless not boring, but doing the same thing? Like, so, okay. So if this Immortal Tomato guy, right? If he did one of his Deathless runs and he happened to not get hit in the run, you'd say, oh, well, that was boring. You were too good. You didn't get hit once. You were too good. That's boring. It's not being critical if you want, but it doesn't change my mind. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense is all. But, I mean, I guess believe what you want. What's happening at Sadix, bro? I've been looking for you. I'm really good at painting walls. Doesn't mean it's exciting to watch. But why does getting hit make it more interesting? That's the part I'm interested to hear. Why does getting hit make it interesting? But not dying is interesting. But getting hit is interesting. Why is it specifically getting hit that's interesting? Like, if I just played normally, I'm not sniping, I'm not cheesing. Why is getting hit interesting to you? More interesting than, let's say, not. So why is the no-hit runs are a much slower pace? That's not true. That is not always true at all. I mean, if you're doing a script run, sure, but you're generalizing. You know, on Night Rain, I was on a timer. Was my no-hit run any slower? Or no, I like that's a generalization. You know, not every no-hit run's gonna be in a slower pace, especially with the Deathlight. It's definitely true. I mean, if I fight a boss and I'm just like, you know, fighting it normally, but it can't hit me because I'm that good, like, it's not gonna be a speedrun no hit, beat in under an hour. I mean, that's how it is, right? Show me a speedrun versus a no hit speedrun, it's slower. I'm pretty sure the world record for Elden Ring, period, the world record is a no-hit. In the world record of this game, glitchless, they don't get hit one time. I'm pretty sure. Because getting hit is a time loss. That is also the fastest way it could possibly be played. Again, the world record for the speed run of Elden Ring, glitchless, is a no-hit. Glitchless. Yes, glitchless. It's a no-hit. Because getting hit is a time loss. Right? Like, right now I have the ritual sword talisman on. When I get hit, I have to heal. All of that is, you know, time losses. Getting hit is a time loss. You're always faster if you don't get hit. It's not the fastest way. So you're saying the world record is not the fastest? Like, what are we talking about? I mean, I'm talking about glitchless here, as in not doing glitches. Like, we're not doing glitches. Getting hit is a time loss. So is, you know, not it. Okay. But not, you're just, every world record is hitless. So like, what are we, again, the speedrun world record. So you're saying the fastest person to ever do it, isn't the fastest way? Like, if they had gotten hit, they would have been faster. There's like thousands of people who've tried the speedrun, and I mean, that's just not how it works, you know? Not getting hit is always faster. That's just, you know, if you watch speedruns, you'll see that. But anyway, Sadix, I needed to talk to you, bro. Anyway, what do every world record is not hitless? I mean, for sure. Also, I forgot what I was doing because I got to. But the world record for this, glitchless, is hitless. Also, not glitchless, the world record is hitless. For both of them. But the not glitchless, then, you know, who cares? Because they're like skipping bosses and stuff. But yeah, glitchless it is. Sadix, I got bacon. I thought I couldn't get in my country, but I got it. And so now my cheeseburger, my double cheeseburger, now I'm putting bacon on it. I'm very excited. I didn't think I could get in my country. I'm extremely excited. All right. I'm getting closer to the dream. The greatest burger ever made. Okay. Okay. I know bacon isn't like absolutely necessary. If everyone is wondering why I've been like, so like over the top about perfecting this burger, I don't think I told stream this. I'm throwing a party. Yeah, I wasn't fast enough. I have to be as fast as you possibly can be at building stagger on this boss so that he drops for a critical the moment I do that. You have to do the stagger damage as fast as humanly possible to get this in time, and I just wasn't fast enough. Because I got hit. I mean, that's the whole thing, right? I'm just not good enough at this fight. But I'm getting better, I'm getting better. But yeah, so I'm gonna put, I think 3 strips of bacon or something, cover it. You know, today, when I was testing out the burger, it came out wrong. Parties are good enough to showcase your food for the future. It's not even, I hit the wrong button. No. Kill me, please. But it's an America-themed party. Ladies and gentlemen, I am doing an America-themed party. All right, for the people in my village. Because remember, I'm moving, right? So I'm about to move to the capital, and I've been promising for like a year and a half to everyone here I would do an America-themed party. I would throw an American-themed like dinner party, right? Because people are constantly inviting me over for parties and stuff, and they do so much for me, and it's so kind, and they're always feeding me and stuff like that. Nibs, that is such a Canadian thing you just said. You should be ashamed. Why didn't it go off there? Anyway, so also, smash burgers, which are what I'm doing, were invented 100% in America. Also, the hamburger, as we know it, is an American creation. The German thing is more like a meatloaf. The sandwich, that's an American creation. But anyway, I'm a hamburger nerd. I am a burger nerd. I have watched like every video George Motz, the burger historian, has put out. I haven't watched his movie though on burger history. I need to watch that. But anyway, so For years, I have gone to a million parties and stuff and been fed by the local people. And I've promised over and over again, I've promised them that I would, what do you call it? I've promised them that I would make them American food. And I've blown them off over and over again. I put it off, I put it off, I put it off. I'm leaving here finally. And so I have to throw this party before I leave. And I want to give them the best burger on planet Earth. That is why we're racing to perfect my burger right now. Because I need them to have the absolute best burger of all time. Static says, Jewish, really? What? Nah, you may be a bit twisted on that, my friend. Twisted on what? On what, Nibs? Hot dogs are Jewish? Wait, what? What? Did I miss a message in the chat? I just died on... I have to understand what just got said in the chat. I think I missed... I had to have... Am I being messed with? The multi-chat only shows me 4 messages at a time. So I very clearly have missed a message in the chat. I have to wait until the game loads here. So I can... I guess that leaves gizzards. I have no idea what anyone is talking about. Europe, same with burgers. All right, hold on. Also, what you're saying is incorrect, by the way. But hold on 1 second. I love people... What are we talking about? Hello, good morning. You may be a bit twisted. You're kind of right, but burgers are better than hot dogs. What? When did he ever say hot dogs? Okay, hold on 1 second. I don't understand what's going on in the chat. Static says, heyo, Nibs. Nibs says, good morning. Nibs says, nah, you may be a bit twisted on that, my friend. What I'm saying is accurate. I legitimately have, like, read a book on burger history. Static says, I am Nibs. You're kind of right, but burgers are better than hot dogs, IMO. But where did that come from? Where did that message come from about burgers being better than hot dogs? Nibs didn't say anything about hot dogs. Then Nibs says hot dogs are Jewish, which, where did that come from? Nobody said anything about that. Static says, Jewish, really? Static says, I guess that leaves the gizzards. And then Nibs says, Europe, same with burgers. We're trying to nail down an American original. Both hamburgers and hot dogs are German, Europe. Hot dogs also wouldn't be from Europe. This I can't guarantee. But I read a book about burgers written by an American author. It's just history. It was during the Great Depression when meat was used like this to be put in a sandwich. You know, they didn't eat it. I mean, just Google it. Like, what are you just saying things? Just Google it. Was a hamburger sandwich German? Also, the smash burger is a newer invention. No, my friend, I'm sorry. I think you two are just trolling me. The reason why I stopped stream to look at the chat is because I was afraid my chat messages weren't coming through. That's why I did that, by the way, folks. I got kind of worried that I wasn't getting all the messages in chat. Hamburger and hot dog are Europe? So are you, right? Aren't you Chinese, Nibs? You see, I can just say things are from random countries as well. I really need a strafe there. All that leaves is the Chutanka buffalo steak. That's a real American original. I need to rage both are based off them, not the original. Okay, and everything is based off everything else. How about, where did cows originate? They didn't originate in North America. So the idea of making, you know, meat, ground meat, right? Ground meat is based off, really the burger doesn't exist until you have ground meat. Ground meat is a much further invention, which, you know, goes back way to ancient times. Like, what are you saying? Everything is based on everything else, you know, to become something totally different. Like, that's just a nonsense argument. Also, I forgot to do this. 1. Okay. Okay. Oh, I timed that wrong. But saying, like, because something is based on something else. That's like saying, you know, in America, they invented apple pie, which I don't know. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's not. But let's say that is. And then saying, okay, but pie was invented in Poland. So really, Poland is the one that invented apple pie. And it's like, well, no, you know? Or like saying let's say fried chicken was invented in, I don't know, Botswana. And you say, okay, but chicken first evolved in the region of Cambodia. So really, it's just an iteration. It's just based off of the Cambodian. It's like, what are we talking about? Raccoon bits? I don't know if another country eats that. I mean, are raccoons only in... No, they're not. I know raccoons are not only in America because I remember hearing about a raccoon biologist. I hit the wrong button. This conversation is distracting me. There was a raccoon biologist who traveled all around the world. And so, therefore, raccoons must live in other countries. I've never seen a raccoon, though, outside of America, fun fact. Which you might go, okay, like, what do you mean? But I've traveled the whole world, right? I have been everywhere. I have lived in, like, 20 different countries. And I've only ever seen raccoons in America. I might have seen raccoons in Canada, actually, and just not remember. That could be possible when I live in Canada. Okay, spam Ash of War. This is what I keep forgetting. Spam, there we go. And then R1. There we go. I was late. Yup. Chat, this controller, this old used Xbox controller that I bought, it definitely has some missing button inputs. FYI, I did look up the origin of hamburgers and hot dogs. Both originate in Europe. Raccoons and candy. Sandwiches? Also, I don't... Again, the smash burger is what we're talking about here. Most of my coworkers are black, so they've turned me onto a lot of different food, most of which sounds questionable but tastes really good. Yeah, soul food is fantastic. I grew up eating a lot of food like that. Absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't knock anything. I mean, it's like the first time I had oxtail, right? You hear that as an American, as a white boy in America, and you think, but oxtail is genuinely one of the best tasting things on planet Earth. Braised oxtail soup. It is one of the most delicious things on planet Earth, but, you know. Fear of the unknown, especially with food, is such a loss. I should have taken the jump attack there. Yes, oxtail salad knows. Any chef knows that, though. Boom. Boom. Okay, we're fast. Boom. I'm dead. Okay. Heal. I wonder, is it gonna... No, yeah, his poise has gone down by now. Yeah. Not fast enough. That was supposed to critical him. Hot dogs originated from sausages in Europe, typically from Frankfurt. Did they make hot dogs or did they make sausages? That's my question. Where was the first that made a hot dog with the recipe that is popularized now? Where was that? Because a hot dog and a sausage are two different things, right? Obviously, hot dogs came from sausages. Obviously, sausages come from Europe. No one's disputing that. But a hot dog and a sausage are different things. For example, I kind of don't like hot dogs, but I love sausages, you know? So when did the first hot dog get made? That's my question. Look that up. See, this is something I don't know. The hamburger thing I do know for sure because, like, I've spent years studying this and being, like, a big fan of it. Years. So your 2 seconds of interest don't matter to me. But the hot dog thing, I don't know. Also, the way you worded that specifically didn't give information. America stole the we invented it. Same with the hamburgers, by the way. Hot dogs were... But where's the... You haven't said... All right, you know what? Time to prove somebody wrong. Because I know this for a fact. I think it was it in Chicago? The first one? So, I literally know where. I know the... Yeah. I don't think it's Chicago. Here we go. The hot dog was popularized in the United States in 1867 by German immigrant who's selling Frankfurter sausages. Okay? So, there you go. The current iteration of the hot dog was made where? Ooh, oh, there's a Wikipedia page. Yeah, popularized with its roots in German Austria. We know this. Who was the inventor? Coney Island, New York. 1867, 1871. Charles Feldman, a German immigrant, is credited often for selling the Dachshund sausages. So, a German guy, but in America. Well, everyone in America is from somewhere else. Roy Ma, now I'm saying, bro, I need to follow you. I didn't do any of the things that I said I would do after stream. Yeah, a fraud. There you go. Yep, everyone is a fraud. So I was right there. Now let's look about this. Where was the smash burger invented? Let's see. Invented 1920, 1930. Here we go. Ashland, Kentucky. Widely believed to have been invented in the 1960s at Dairy Cheer in Ashland, Kentucky. Interesting. Where does it say German? Now, that wasn't even a German who made that. How interesting. A German man. Yeah, see? There you go. That's like saying if I invent something, it's, you know, from Central Asia, even though I was born in America. You know? No worries. It sounded weird, but it's just, that was me. I was late to stream today. I'm all over the place. Just because he was in America. Yes. Yes, that is literally what it means, Nibs. You know? That is literally what it means. You know? If they invent a new car in America, but a Chinese guy invented it, it's not made in China. Oh, I love being right, chat. It feels good. It feels good to be so right and then look up something and just be right. It just feels great. The button press didn't go through. But it is in China. You're in China. I'm shocked that you haven't been banned off of this website, Nibs, for being so un-American right now. All right? I'm surprised that they don't have an un-American bot who came in and banned you off the website. All right, here we go. Come on, please. Please. Okay, here we go. We got that off. Tough. That was a tough follow-up he did, bro. I don't even like Canada. All right. So disavow it. Say, I am an American. Chat, I don't like, you know, I don't know. I don't know why I'm sitting here fighting for America or something. I want to live in Norway. You know, isn't Norway one of the happiest countries on earth in the statistics? Or is that Sweden? I'm sure it's up there. The food is like, I don't know, man, of like Norwegian food. Fun fact, they do have incredible smash burgers there. Northern American, I actually am though. Wait, what do you mean? Sorry, I missed something. You're what? You said I actually am Northern, I mean, you're Canadian, which is Northern American. What do you mean? Am I missing? I think I misunderstood something you said. Chat, this run is cooked, by the way. And this isn't like, it's literally this guy. We've been on this guy for like an hour. So, I'm American. There's something funny. There's something that is very funny. I would love to reply to that with, but it's the kind of thing I don't want to say on stream. Because it's the kind of thing that would make people angry, but it would be so funny. What the heck was that? Chat, did you just see that? Windows 11, chat. Windows 11 just popped up something randomly. Chat, did you see that? I'm not sure if I've eaten Norwegian food. I definitely have. Say it? God, no, bro. Bet you won't? You won that bet. Dog, I'm trying to keep my grandmother alive. Yeah, that's what I thought. I love that. I'm trying to keep my grandmother alive. So I need every penny I make from streaming. I need, you know what I mean? She's old. People are poor. I'm trying to support my family, dog. That because Windows 11 is trying to get you killed in. That was wild, by the way. Bro, take 2 minutes to listen to my voice pitch. I'm going to do that. Nibs, I'm going to do that. It's just, today was an awful, I was just all over the place, so I didn't. But Nibs, I really appreciate you sending me all that stuff. I'm going to listen, and I'm going to do all the stuff you said. $100p. I appreciate you, bro. For real. Thank you for the help. Chat, look at this. We're 3 hours in. We started at an hour 20. We spent an hour on this. So we wanted to test if we could get Elden Ring done in 3 hours or less, and we weren't practiced on this boss. I was supposed to spend days practicing every boss, but then we had the Rumble server issue. And so, as a result, we didn't get to practice on any bosses, and now we're behind schedule. Because February 21st, Saturday, is the Speedrun Marathon. I have 6 days left. 5 days, really. Because this stream is almost over. and I'm not gonna be ready. And I'm very worried. Don't you dare say poutine was invented in America. Okay, folks, Doldrum Darren lore. Are you ready? One of my favorite things on planet Earth is poutine. Okay? I have gone to Canada just to get poutine. And when I first discovered poutine, I became obsessed. I was living in Toronto at the time. I gained something like 80 pounds just off of eating poutine. I'm not even joking. I continued eating normally, but I would have like 3 orders of poutine a day. That lasted for like 4 months. Okay? I became big. I think that was like almost the fattest I ever was in my life. I then lost all that weight afterwards through intense dieting, but I have an obsession with poutine. Oh man. That's like my trigger word right there. You say poutine and I go, oh, it makes me go crazy. Of course, this is the very rare kill me. You see that? I walked back into his axe on purpose because I needed to die. Because very rarely, I'd say 1 in every 20 he does that, where he stays in place. What's a beaver tail? I think I've seen that on a menu when I was by the pier in Toronto. At like a little restaurant they had there, a little outdoor restaurant. But I never tried. I don't know what that is. Or I forget. I definitely know. Namin indeed. Boom. 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 It's like I'm getting worse. A pastry of sorts that's in the shape of a beaver tail. Very sweet. I think I've seen that in like pastry cases and not known what it was. An actual beaver tail. See, you're too late. You had to make the joke first before you explained what it really was. Man. Chad, I miss poutine. Like, obviously I couldn't get it where I live, but I would have to make every part of it myself. I'd have to make the cheese curds. I'd have to make the gravy. If I remember, there was one ingredient I kind of couldn't find, which was the reason why it never happened. I'm putting one more on it for me. This is one of the reasons why I really want to make a cooking channel. And I intend to, folks, when I move into the capital. You see, like, that's wrong. I need to heal. Because there's all these dishes I haven't had in forever that I want so bad. I want so bad, chat. At this point, we're off script. Nice. But, so I could make full poutine, but it's like, it would be quite a whole lot for me to do. But that'll be one of the first things I make on the, IRL streams and the cooking streams, folks. Oh my God. Now, the funny part is the poutine I liked most in Canada is something I won't admit because it would be offensive to people. But suffice to say, the poutine I liked most was not like the fancy poutines they have that everyone loves, but the gutter poutine, the gas station poutine, My brain malfunctioned there. If it was like high quality poutine, I was like, it's fine. But I liked the poutine where the gravy tasted like a chemical. You know what I mean? Does anyone in chat know what I'm talking about? I think Nibs is Nibs the only Canadian in chat? Your face malfunctioned there? Ha, got him! You scared me because I've been having tech issues, so I was like, did I just have a tech issue? Chip trucks, poutines, bro? I'm talking even worse. I'm talking gas station poutine, bro. I'm talking like I don't want to say the name. I don't want to say the name because it's embarrassing. If I explain the type of poutine that I like most, it would show how low class I am. Speaking of being low class, who in the chat right now is in Canada? I know we got at least one. One. Oh, darn it. I'm definitely not from China, where the gravy itself is chunky and extremely salty. Interesting. I don't think I've had that one. But to be fair, I've only in Canada. I lived in Canada for about 2 years of my life, maybe 2.5 years of my life. I lived in Canada, split up over the many years, like 3 to 6 months at a time. But I spent about 2.5 years of my life in Canada, and of all that time, it was all in Toronto. Like all in the city in downtown Toronto. And that's what you're talking about, Dan, the 7-Eleven poutine? I mean, yeah, I'm talking about the gravy isn't chunky, it's very liquidy. And it tastes a little chemically. And Canada seems like a nice looking place. I love the mountains. Yeah, it's a beautiful country. My mountains are better. You know, one of the main reasons I stayed with my family in Central Asia is because mountains are my favorite thing to look at in this period. And I had been, like, I've lived in like 20 countries, and I never saw mountains as beautiful as this. As well as living all over the US. Dude, I just rolled into that. Chat, I hate that this run got ruined by this guy right here. I mean, I need a little... excuse me, Dan. Canada has Banff. Banff National Park. Yeah, it's incredible. Like I said, Canada is unbelievably beautiful and has unbelievable nature. But my mountains are better here. Because, okay, so here's why my mountains are so incredible. So y'all, of course, everyone knows Mount Everest, right? Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world. And so the mountains here are kind of coming from that mountain range. So they're insane. Obviously not as big as Everest, but like they are incredible. I mean, really breathtaking stuff. And they're so tall, bro. I remember I went and the first summer I was here, I was out of stamina. I stayed in the mountains. The most racist thing you've said is mountains are volcanoes. Is that not right? No, mountains form normally. I don't know what I'm saying. Man. But anyway, so when I first came out here to you know, do some business, to meet my brother's wife, finally come out here, right, whatever. When I come out here after being begged forever to come and visit, and I finally did, that summer, my first summer here, one of the very first things I did was I went and I stayed in the mountains in a yurt for the summer. I need to be at full health is the problem. I missed. Oh, I missed. And I got so sick from when I was in the mountains, chat, because I got altitude poisoning because I was so high up that because the mountains here, again, this is the same mountain range basically as Mount Everest. So they're so tall that the altitude I got so sick. And I had Kim Kardashian. Yep, that's me. And they do form naturally, but they can easily become active. I understand, right? Because, yeah. Not Clash because pushing forward. But yeah, so like I never had altitude poisoning in my life, but that one I did for 3, oops, sorry, wrong tab. I hate, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I just, you know, the Kardashians, man, all that stuff, I dislike it. It upsets me. It genuinely makes me angry. Now, if you enjoy that kind of content, I don't care, you know, because if it's making you happy, that's awesome. But I can still hate the people. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, chat? I hate just objectively bad people. That's so cool. He did that right as I drank, so I couldn't do anything about it. Altitude 6, I haven't. Google image search by that. Statics, wait, are you joking? No, you're not joking, probably. Altitude sickness is like, they're demons, literally, though. Like actual demons. Okay, but altitude sickness is, so a lot of hikers will get altitude sickness. Like when you hike Mount Everest, that's a big thing you have to prepare for. Yeah, altitude sickness is a very common issue. People who live in Denver, like will often, like people who visit Denver because it's so elevated. It'd be what it do, I agree totally. I mean, that's how I'm always saying. It'd be how it is, folks. Game! It's not letting me use my Ash of War right now. Kill me. Ah, I tried to jump into it so that would one-shot me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. It's like when you want him to kill you, he just won't do it. Body pressures and stuff. It messes up like your inner ear, like the liquid that's constantly in your inner ear. You just go out of whack. But yeah, it's the pressure on your body from being so high up that, you know, you're... Okay, chat. I think my controller's breaking. No, I spent so much money on this used garbage controller. I just tried to hit... Okay, the A button is not working all the time. Like, I just tried to hit Statue of America, and and it was not working. Kill me, kill me, kill me. Yeah, too real, man. I mean, that's the story of my life right there. They call me Doldrum Dan for a reason. Boys in the doldrums. Come on, spam, 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 boom. Bing. Okay. Over. 1, 2. Boom. Boom. I need a... I missed. That was it. I could have gotten him this time, but I keep missing for one reason too. I keep missing for one reason, bro. And it's because, and I'm gonna show it off again, I'm doing my jump attacks wrong. And I need to show, and most people who play Elden Ring do their jump attacks wrong. I feel bad. I was a bit of I was, you know, I was talking like a clown earlier to what you're talking about, Willis. I feel bad about that. That was, you know, there was no reason for me to be so like aggro about that. Like, who cares, you know, about enjoying what they like. I guess I just took it personally. I don't know if they're still here. You know, I doubt it. They haven't talked in the chat in a while. But what you're talking about was they said, I think I took it personally when they said like hitless runs are boring, because that's like my content, you know, that's what I like. It's like saying you're boring. Yeah, he came at you in a way. I mean, he didn't really though, because he didn't, I know his context wasn't saying, you ain't have to get so real on a Sunday morning like that though. Nah, I mean, it's like a level of liquid is flat with no bubble. I grew up in the desert. My reservation is in Arizona. Ooh, I lived in Arizona for a little bit. Loved it. Oh my God. I lived in such an incredible place in Arizona. Wait, what was the name of the place I lived? I lived by a very famous, rock formation. So while I love the mountains, I don't have much experience with them or their sickness. You came in, you know, I was confused as well. You were questioning. It was because like, it doesn't matter though. Like the reality is like, he didn't mean to come at me. He was just saying something like that he enjoys or doesn't enjoy. But I decided to take that personally for some reason, you know, like, well, I think I was right with what I was saying. So what, you know, because it's like when somebody has a subjective, they like something because of a subject, like their own, like, you know, I like apples, you don't like apples. It's like, and now I argue to you why apples are objectively good. You know, I could be right about that, but like, why am I coming at someone for their subjective thing? Like that's a loser kind of behavior to do. Nib says you're thinking too much into it. I mean, for sure, but I got aggro though. I legitimately, I got aggro because I was like, you know, all my life I wanted to do this, right? All my life I wanted to play video games. I never played video games all my life. You know, I lived a very boring life. I traveled the entire world. I was in like 20 different countries, in like 20 different states. You know, I had 1,000 different girlfriends and I ran companies and like, you know, just a boring life. And all this time throughout all of that stuff I did, you know, all I could think about is how much I wanted to play video games. And I never did it. And I was like, you know, I saw these people who were the actual cool people who were hitless runners, you know, and I looked up to them. People like Distortion 2, Lil Aggie, Gino, whatever. And I dreamed of playing these video games. And so finally one day we made the excuse of streaming. Streaming was our excuse to play video games, you know? And so finally we did it. because I dreamed all my life of being a hitless runner, of doing something so challenging, of you know, because of the art that is games and experiencing this and just like, and then like, so that's why I took it personally. I hate to love FromSoft, exactly. We're passionate from FromSoft, Dan. I love to hate FromSoft. You dated thousands. I dated thousands of people. No, did I say that? No, I've only had like, I wouldn't call it dated. Dated is the wrong word. Anyway, I shouldn't be talking about this on stream. When I was younger, okay, I was a bit of a... I'm a very different person than I was when I was younger, chat. A very different person. You know, when I was younger, I was, you know, all over the place. To say the least. You know, I was kind of unhinged. And kind of is an understatement. Guys who play Elden Ring like the teen, hate the Kardashians, are friends with nibs, are boring. You don't take it so personally, bro. Being boring is so great, man. A lot of people live boring lives, man. And they, like, complain about it. I think that, you know, oh, well, I don't know. I'm like, talking nonsense right now, but it's just, like, not having to deal with, like, constant drama of that is existence. Like, I don't know. You come to respect the simple life when you don't live a simple life, because you're like, it is so nice to know what's coming tomorrow, to like have everything in order, to not like live on the edge. You know what I mean? And I've definitely, my life is toned down. And now, you know, because before I came here, you know, I was in a new country every 3 months. I was in a new state or new country every 3 months. And then I moved out here. Next thing you know, almost a decade has passed of me being here. And yeah, I've left the country a handful of times, but, you know, I've definitely become a lot more boring, and I appreciate that. Ah, he's doing that. Bad RNG. But, like, I don't know. Then on the other hand, I do miss it. I was talking about the past with someone earlier today because I had that horrible family thing happen. I do miss more exciting times. Who was I talking about? I was talking with somebody about like something that I shouldn't say on stream, you know, but I used to do like really just wild stuff. And I was talking about how I did this thing once when I was like a young teenager in front of the White House at like 5 in the morning. I won't get into the details of what I did. And it was just like a very, you know, I had a great time, but it was the kind of thing that a juvenile delinquent, that's what I was. It's the kind of thing a delinquent does, okay? And, but it was the kind of thing where it's like, I was just so adventurous. That is, we've all done it, Dan, been there. I mean, yeah, that's how it is. Everyone knows when you're young and you just, like, you don't value your life enough, or even maybe you do, but you don't understand, like, you know, when your brain isn't developed and you just do stupid things. You feel me? Yeah, because I moved around a lot, I didn't maintain long relationships. So I was, you know, you can start to, it's true, you can start to understand. It's like, wait, if you were in a different state or country like every 3 months, since you were like, you know, 13 years old, when you went out, started living on your own at 13, well, it makes sense you're not going to be able to keep relationships long, which is tough because, you know, I don't know. But it's the kind of thing that as you get older becomes more of a problem, you know? At this point, I'm in my 20s, right? But like, my 20s will be gone in a flash, chat. And then I'm going to be like, you know, maybe I want a family. I want kids. You know what I mean? I do want to get back to traveling a little more, but like, I don't know. That's why streaming is so big and important to me. And what Rumble has done by making it so that I could possibly pay the rent. You know, last month, the amount I made on Rumble is enough to pay my rent, right? In the capital here. That means that you can, you know, if I'm making that kind of money, I can travel. I can start like doing a lot of fun stuff like that. Like streaming can really open up a lot of doors. Now, because this month we lost... I hit the wrong button. Kill me. Kill me. You can jump a lot of his stuff. Because I just missed like a week of streaming because of the server error, I don't think I'm going to make even like 1/100th of what I made last month, but who cares? But the point is that it's like the dream is there, you know, and I work my job and all of that, but like, you know, everything is very, very plausible, you know, and we're moving forward in life, right? We're about to move to the capital city, move back there. And with our move to the capital city comes, we're finally gonna get an editor to edit our like 2,000 hours of gaming content. Start putting out TikToks, YouTube videos, Rumble videos that are edited. And those have a very good chance of succeeding because as evil as marketing is, I do have an expertise in marketing. I messed up. I did an extra unsheath. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Woo! Okay. It's that old saying, eventually a man stops looking for a place to hang his underwear and starts looking for a place to hang his hat. We've all been young and stupid. Yeah. And it's one of those funny things because the older you get, the more you both like understand that being young and stupid was bad, but also you kind of miss those times. Okay, nice. I thought that would kill him, my bad. Healing might get me killed is the issue. All right, we're doing it. Dead. Got him! Oh! 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 God! No. It's done. It's done. Oh God! Oh God! Anyway, so that took us 2 hours, chat. So what do you think? What do we think? Am I on pace for the world record? Anyway, what I was saying earlier about getting, you know, so butthurt, how I did, is that you should not treat anyone the way like I did, basically, in that situation. There's no reason to get aggro over things that don't matter like that. Okay, that didn't work. I think they patched that. It used to be that you could sneak around the assassin by doing that. LOL. You like that? Because because of NIGHTREIGN, I'm so good at backstabbing the assassin that I use that to quit out. You weren't in the wrong. I was in the wrong. Getting that upset about things that don't matter is wrong. I'll die on that hill. Absolutely. Getting upset, like, life is worth so much more, you know? There's a reason, like, people who have too much stress in their life die young. That's a fact. You know? Stress is bad for the heart. And everyone in my family dies from diabetes or heart disease. You know? In my family line, almost every single man has died by, like, age 35. I'm not even joking. Other than my father. But, like... And it's always heart disease, diabetes, whatever. But being upset with how you portray your passion. Yeah, but like, there's no reason to like go after somebody's subjective feeling. Like I could have, see, that's the thing about life is you can communicate things much better. Much better? No, much better. If you're wondering also why I go into such detail about like the life lesson of it all, it's because I know there are a couple very young people watching right now. At least a few of the people watching. And so it's good to set a good example. I like to be a very good example. I promise you, he didn't see it in a bad light. Battery, yes, I don't know. But regardless, even if he saw it totally fine, it's just, you know, I like to set a good example on this stream. As weird as it is, I didn't expect for teenagers to watch my stream, but it turns out they do. You know, so so I like to set a good example. As weird as it, you know, I never want to be like, a lot of streamers are just like monsters. You know what I mean? And like they're just egregious maniacs who teach horrible things. And then young people watch the streamers and they copy their behavior in the real world, and like they ruin their own lives. Wait, teens are watching? It's uncontrollable. First off, if you're streaming, you should expect it anyway. All right, I don't want that to happen, but yeah, there are a few people here who are you know, younger. They're like, you know, we have I know we have a 14-year-old who watches. We have a 16-year-old who watches and a 17-year-old who watches almost every stream. Static says, always wear deodorant, Teen Boys. True. Roman says, I teach my viewers how to gamble and start random fires. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. All right, we need more of that. Okay, chat. There's no way we finish this by the end of stream, by the way. I mean, this went so far off the rails. Okay. So, Godfrey. Down. Okay. Next, let me save my guidance here. 25 mind, 43 int. Level up. 25 mind, 43 int. And I'm supposed to have more money. I think that this is about right. Because of hamburgers and hot dogs, my bad. I don't know. To be honest, I know y'all are not see, this is very funny actually. I'm pretty aggro today. I don't know if anyone's noticing this. And you might be like, Dan, you don't seem pretty, but y'all know me. I'm like a different level of chill as a person. I'm like somebody who just like, you can't get a rise out of me. I don't care. But today I'm like weirdly, you know, I'm more aggressive or intense than usual. It's because of the family thing that happened. Like I'm just a little, my brain is a little scrambled, to be honest. You know, I had a bad day and it's not like, so I'm a little unbalanced basically. My notes don't mention fighting Morgott at all. So I'm supposed to, I just write that I'm supposed to level to 25 mind, 43 int. But that is just straight up impossible. Also, I should watch how he fights this real quick. You need to eat some of that bacon, Dan. True. Okay, let's see. How does he fight Morgott? Because I'm only going to get one chance to do it the correct way. Nibs, I don't know if you saw, but we one-cycled Radon. He didn't even get to go into phase 2. We did it right. I'm more aggro. I still imagine the one dude that goes, don't hurt my kid. You... Hold on one second. Hold on one second, folks. Sorry. Where did the thingy go? I'm more aggro. I still imagine the dude that goes, don't hurt my kid. You don't like the dragon. What's that from? Is that from a movie or something? That's hilarious, though. I love that. I picture the person who would say that would be like a nerd with like, you know, like an old school looking nerd. Not to say I'm not an old school looking nerd or something. I'm like an old school looking nerd if they were a linebacker. That's how I'm built. But you're so easy to relate with, even if you're slightly off, bro. You're good. I appreciate y'all. I do. I appreciate everyone watching right now. The 17 people here, you're all just goats. That's what I'm referring to, the nerdy kid. All right, let's see what he does here, okay? Because he's gonna one-cycle Morgott. I'm very good at Morgott, but I don't know how to one-cycle him. Let's see. He runs up, unsheath one. Look at this. Look how... Chat. Okay, if you appreciate video gaming on any level, or forget if you don't care about video games, you just are appreciative of what a human capability can do, right? Like hand-eye coordination. Watch this. Watch what he does. This guy is so good. He hits Morgott without even seeing him. Watch this. Watch this move. Morgott jumps away. He's not even facing him, and boom, got him. What a hit! Isn't that incredible? Like Morgott, like he is giving him RNG. And he, through like hearing the sounds of Morgott, he like, I mean, it's incredible. I think that's just, this is what I mean. This is what I dreamed of doing one day. Okay, so one unsheath. Fast unsheath. That's different. Real unsheath. Now he goes into... Okay. I see. Okay. I'm writing a note right now. 24.7. Unsheath. Fast. Unsheath. Unsheath. Jump. Poker attack. But that's boring. Oh, you're... Don't mess with me, okay? Okay, let's see what he does. He then does the skill. Okay. Ash of War. He backs off. Interesting. Ash of... No, wait, I'm looking at the wrong... Unsheath Poker Attack. Ash into him. Back off. Ash into him. Ash... No. Ash towards him. I'll show you what I wrote in a moment, chat. Look at this. He sets the line up. And then he just... Okay. Ash towards him. Ash into him as fast as possible. Okay. So here's what we just wrote. Right here. This is our little guidance. Unsheath, fast unsheath, unsheath, jump, poker attack. Ash into him. Jump. I'm going to write R2 because I don't want to mess this up. Ash into him. Back off. Ash towards him. Ash into him as fast as possible. Static says, he looks like me fighting Lawrence yesterday. No lock-on is better for that fight. Lawrence. Who is Lawrence? Is Lawrence a guy at your work that you fought? Who is Lawrence? Is Lawrence... Who's Lawrence? What game is that from? See, that's I can think that's like a funny concept of like, you know, a guy's like, you know, two gamers talking. I was like, oh yeah, I was fighting Lawrence yesterday, man. What a fight. And he's like, oh, what game is that? He's like, no, Lawrence. He works in the cubicle next to me at my job. I beat him. Lawrence is from Bloodborne. Oh, don't mention Bloodborne to me. My beloved that I'll never be able to play because I'm too poor to own a console. Nips and Statics is mean that way. Yeah, he fights all his coworkers. That's what you have to do. You have to assert dominance, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Okay, I'm gonna mess up because I have the Godfrey fight instructions in my face, and so I'm gonna do the wrong ones. Hold on. Let me move this over. You see me angling it right here. Okay. Unsheath, fast unsheath, unsheath, jump R2 poker attack. Okay. Unsheath. Okay. The dodge button just didn't work there. Unsheath. It's over, by the way. The stat... Bro. I think my controller is straight up is breaking. It is constantly missing button presses this stream. You'll play Bloodborne one day, I believe. I as well. No matter what happens in my life, that will happen. Now the problem is, now... he starts at a different place in the arena. Is the issue that's about to happen. So now, this isn't really good practice. And that was all because my dodge button just didn't work. Just MKB it? What, a mouse keyboard? No, bro. I can't. You know, the world record is mouse keyboard. All of the world records, like, for that require intense, like, one. Woo! Missed. Got him. Mouse keyboard is the best way to do this, by the way. Like, objectively. Greedy. But I refuse. I'm a controller boy. I love controllers. It makes me happy. I thought I'd never be able to do anything mouse keyboard, yet here we are. I mean, for sure. Like, I don't know. Like, as a kid, I have such an aversion to it. Like, you're not wrong, Nibs. You are obviously, you're like right in the objective way. You are correct, but like, All right, Morgat. See, he starts so far away after you lose the first time. Lame. Nibs, it's okay to be wrong. I mean, he's objectively correct. And when I say objectively, not subjectively, like it's just a fact that mouse and keyboard, you can get better inputs. Come on, let me go. Oh, out of stamina. I was out of stamina. I went too fast with it. I noticed it right at the end that I was out of stamina. But mouse, keyboard, I fat finger all the time, so there's that downfall. Chris, it's okay to have opinions. No, that's not a... Mouse and keyboard being better isn't an opinion. You know? That's like if somebody says to you that, you know, my car is faster than your bike. That isn't an opinion. That is just the truth. You know? You can pretend that's not the truth. Just like how light rolling is better than mid rolling. Wait a minute, I just realized something. We're medium load. Just kidding. There's nothing I can do about it because I have to be medium load because I have these two on. So there's nothing. I'm always going to be medium load here. It's not okay to have opinions. No. I disagree. Don't be saying that lovey-dovey stuff in my chat. No opinions allowed. Also, we lost a rune. That's okay. I don't know what I'm doing, bro. I'm just trying to get back to full. Whatever. My brain is melted, chat. Morgoth we can get very fast. But that's an opinion, Dan. No, it's not. Dan-san. You have to understand, folks, and this is very important. If I say something, it's never an opinion. You see, it's a curse of always being right, you know, that I have. And so people, they exist on their own levels, right? They're expecting, you know, the fallibility of human, you know, mankind, essentially. When it just doesn't exist here on the Doldrum Dan stream. I've never been wrong once, and I'll never be wrong, you know? It's just, it's a curse, really, you know? I wish something I could say could just be an opinion and not, you know, fact. Exactly, Chris. See, Chris gets it. Opinions are trash. We only go by facts, and facts are only right when Dan says them. You see? Facts are wrong. I go from raw data. Facts are word of mouth. All right. I appreciate y'all in the chat. Y'all have uplifted my mood, for sure. You know, it's one of those things. Like, streaming has been such a gift, right? Like, on days where I'm kind of like not like I have a rough day, like today. Like sitting down, going on stream, chatting with y'all, playing a game I love. That was so greedy, man. It's just so incredible, man. All right. It just does so... Oh, 1 HP missing. It does so much for the mood. Bro caught me. Uh-oh. Chat, on Rumble, are we seeing any problems? I just saw the bitrate drop very slightly. I don't think we had a problem. But are we? Did anyone see any lag? It dropped for about an instant from 8,000 to 6,000, which is not normal the way I have it set up. Which so not yet. Okay, so it should be fine. It's going up and down a lot more than usual though. It's like doing 1,000 swings, but it's like not in a problematic way. No issues on my end. Okay, thank you, everyone. All right, it's game load 2. I think you're good. Maybe. Dude, having to run like a full football field distance to him every time. I just stood there. I don't know. You can tell I'm cooked. This is why we need to use cheat engine. Because I need to practice these fights. And the problem is you can't practice this fight because in the actual run, he doesn't start at the other end of the arena. He starts in the middle of the arena. And so everything I'm doing is not correct. His first moves are incorrect. You watch frames, not bitrate in Studio. Studio always up and down, or if you look at Studio, pay attention to packet loss instead. Studio has always said I have 0% packet loss, even when I couldn't stream for 4 days. That's 1. 2, I have 0 drop frames always, no matter what, because I use the... What is the setting in OBS that smooths it? So that way I don't drop frames, but my bitrate will crash, stream will crash. But because I use this setting, so I cannot drop a frame in what it sends. The way it works is it guarantees my VODs are full. No, it's not low latency. What is it called? It's something for bitrate. It's so that I can't... I literally physically cannot drop a frame. So what happens is... when my bitrate crashes and the stream turns off, it starts lagging, my VOD will still be perfect. But if you drop frames, it messes with the VOD. That's what we learned. That was one of the things we learned, by the way, over the 4 days of, you know, learning everything only for it to have not mattered. I used the wrong button. That's fine. Okay, we're so close. I just needed to jump attack. He timed out. I spent too long running, and so his stamina meter stopped. Dude. See, that's new to me. I think it's like one specific setting I have. I don't know. Also, you gotta remember, I'm using a portable OBS, so my settings might be a little different than yours. Portable as in I run it straight from a zip file. Like, it's not fully installed on my computer. Because that allows me to use multiple instances of OBS at the same time. My setup is super strange, for sure. But it works. We haven't had any problems. The problems we just had weren't caused by my setup. They were just something else, unfortunately. That was Nib's fault. I blame Nibs. I looked at his chat. Yeah, I didn't even know there was a portable stuff. The secret of the universe is Linux. Linux is the secret. You know, everything is better on Linux. That's the truth. But like, I don't know how that would work. I don't think all games can run on Linux, right? I know you can... Steam works on Linux, but do all games work on Linux? I doubt it. If it runs, you know, I don't know. Like I said, until streaming, I had never used Windows in my life. That's because I used Linux. I'm a Linux boy. But also on laptop, not like a desktop. I never had a built computer or anything like this. I never had a PC. I hit him. I don't know why I just called that out that I hit him. It's like, yeah, Dan, that's what you're supposed to be doing. One more. Unsheath and then jump attack. Oh, I didn't think that'd hit me.
These foolish ambitions to rest.
Huh. That should have staggered him. I took too long to decide on making my move. I should have just run in and immediately done it. That should have staggered him. I think, right? Unsheath, fast unsheath, unsheath, jump R2. Yeah. That was it. Ha, that lone ha. This is... If I actually, like, go at this rate... Like, what are we at right now? 340? My birthday marathon is going to become a nightmare. So... I know what I need to do. Which is... I need to get Boss Arena. 1. When you're sprinting to him, maybe slow walk. I mean, yeah, it's because I'm not supposed to have to sprint to him, you know? Because it's supposed he's supposed to start right next to me. But because we died, we messed up the whole thing. I mean, you're right though. It's just that stream is about to end, and so I wanted to kill him before the end of stream. That's all. What the? There we go. Blocking while jumping, while running forward really is so much faster. It's kind of, now that I've been doing the speedrun practice, I can really notice the difference. All right, yeah, let's walk up them. You're right. I mean, it's not like this is the speedrun right now, so who cares? One. Two. Oh, he quick countered me. Obviously, I need to practice. I'm very good at Morgott. Like, let's, you know, because Morgott is a boss in NIGHTREIGN. So I've beaten Morgott 1,000 times. Probably, like, literally 1,000 times. I'm good at him. It's just, this is I'm trying to do him in such a different way. That roll is slick, though. I'm trying to do him in a way that I've never done him before, you know? And it's all about speed. Or more standoffish, usually, against him. And cautious. Alright.
These foolish ambitions.
He really is the king of delays. And you don't have the speed. That is... Statics, that is the exact reason why I'm... Like, in NIGHTREIGN, you are so fast. It's a fast-paced game, but your character's run is much faster, right? The super run. The super run is so fast compared to the Elden Ring run, where it feels like you're running through molasses, like you're stuck in honey. Chat, I can't wait for this burger tomorrow. I can't believe we actually got bacon. Chat, I haven't had bacon in like 10 years. That's not true, actually. The last time I had bacon, I was in Canada in 2022. And I had it on poutine. I'm not joking. Literally, the last time I had bacon was on poutine in Canada in 2022. That is... You see, chat? Full circle. Everything ties together. Folks, I need to not push it. My sleep has been so bad. I need to go to sleep. I need to be responsible. Unfortunately, that's a GG. I need to download the Boss Arena mod and practice it. I think we did download it. We have the mod, don't we? Let's look. Let's look, actually. Hold on. Let's look, folks. Let me hit the BRB. Hold on one second. Hold on, chat. I think I have... I do have it. Oh, snap. I have the mod already. Okay, so then tomorrow I should just be practicing bosses, I think. It's just straight up, I should just be practicing bosses. I need to sleep receipts for another 3 hours. I know, I gotta be careful and not do that. Okay, my Word document is saved. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to remind you all, February 21st, Saturday, is the Speedrun Marathon. And I'm just going to say this right now. You're going to want to be there because the way it's looking now, it's going to be a nightmare. It is going to go very, very badly. And so it'll be very entertaining to watch as a result of that. Like, no joke. Like, the worse it goes, the longer I stream. I'm not ending stream until I've beaten all of the games, right? And so if I struggle, then I'm going to be streaming for days. I'm going to be out of my brain. Like, there's going to be nothing left. No logic left. It's going to be quite a sight. But oh, my chat got messed up here. Dan Gaslighting. I read Dan Giesling, who's a famous streamer. He's going to do it perfect. Can you imagine if all of this was like fake, chat? And then on the day of the stream, I get the world record back to back in each of the games. Can you imagine, like, this whole time I was like just throwing on purpose to make myself seem worse. And then on the day of, I defeat all 4 games in 3 hours. That's your marketing, my bad. Can you imagine? That'd be so awesome. That'd be so cool. I wish. I wish, bro. But anyway, folks, I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same place. Don't forget, we start every day 5 hours prior to now. You're all legends. You're all incredible. I love y'all. Absolute goats. Tomorrow before stream, I'm going to set up all the things I said I would and follow the people I said I would. You're all so awesome. And again, I just gotta say, like, thank you for everything, straight up. Like, hard day, and I feel great. It's thanks to y'all. Everyone in the chat, everyone who was here today, you're amazing. Big shout outs to everyone. And I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow I should have an incredible report on a burger. In theory, it will be perfect. Okay, you know what? Hold on, chat. I'm not. People have probably already left. Sadix, are you still here? Hold on. I want to show something. Stream's not over. Not over. I'm still showing something off. Sadix, are you still here? I can do some Claire Obscure later all. Oh no, I think he already left. Go watch him doing Claire Obscure later today. No, still here? Okay, check this out. Check this out. Smash Burger how to, maybe? I'm not looking for a how to on Smash Burger, but there's a specific YouTube video here. Let me show you my screen. All right, this is the epilogue of stream chat. American versus British Smash Burger. I'm looking for a specific video which I want to show something off, which shows something. By the way, this Fallow is the greatest channel of all time. These guys are so sick. This is George Motz. This guy right here in the center of this photo to the right of my mouse, this guy, he is known as the #1 burger historian on earth. He's a genuine, no jokes. He's a scholar of burgers. He runs Burger America. He's written books, done movies on burgers. Incredible. I learned almost everything I know. I've learned off him. This is it. This is it. This video is finding the best smash burger in Los Angeles. Okay. Food tours by Insider Food. And I'm going to be so honest with you all. Let me get a screenshot where it's showing both of these people so I can talk trash. Hold on. Where are they? Here. This video made me viscerally angry. Okay. It's finding the best smash burger in Los Angeles. And they really do go to some of the best smash burgers in the world in this video. But this one, oh, this one, they go to a vegan smash burger restaurant. Now, that uses Beyond Meat. Now, listen to me, okay? Listen to me. Beyond Meat, at this point, we're like in its development, it does taste good. Yes, it tastes good. But for you to compare and rate the best smash burgers in an area, and you dare put a vegan burger on that list, I mean, this upset me. All right. And listen, I got nothing against vegans. Nothing at all. I got like no, I think they're only vegetarian. I got 2 vegan friends for sure. But like, this is like disrespectful, you know? Like, so this video upsets me, but this video does show something, which is extremely useful information. Amboy is ranked by I think it's the Burger Boys, whoever it is. There's a group of burger scholars that travel the world. The Burger Brothers, okay, chat, let me show you this. We're getting into the weeds. There are people watching this chat who didn't understand what goes into burgers to this level, and I'm about to, the next time you eat a burger, you're going to think twice. Burger Dudes. Sadix, have you heard of Burger Dudes? Most people haven't. I wouldn't be, if you did, I would kind of be a little shocked. Hold on. So the Burger Dudes are known as the authority on burgers. They travel all over the world. Look, New York, Melbourne, Dubai, Sydney. They travel all over the world. Lisbon, like to every country, trying burgers, right? And they rate them. They like their ranking is the most coveted, basically. They are considered the absolute experts. Okay. And so Amboy in LA is considered number 9 on their list. It's also the second highest smash burger on their list. I consider this the best in the world. As of late, I've been critiquing my talent stuff, learning new. Every type of food, there's something like this. But Amboy, anyway, is the best at doing it. They have the most scientific approach. So I want to show you.
Amboy quality.
Let's see if I can get it. In this video I hate, but also is a good video. Okay, I'm going to give it an upvote, even though I hate it. They show you their technique. And now, this technique is not like earth-shaking. This is a pretty well-known thing. But watch, this is how they do their smash burger. So, I don't know why it's so low quality, by the way. Like, this is very low quality, but when I was looking at it earlier, it was really high quality, but I was looking on a different computer. You take your meatball, right, of your meat that you ground yourself, like I do. Personally, I've always been a 70-30 type, but lately I'm doing 75% lean to 25% fat in the beef I grind. I get my beef from my friend who is a rancher, okay? And we butcher it ourselves. We use shoulder. Anyway, it's a good blend. I do it all myself. You take it, watch. He smashes it down with like a trowel, okay? As thin as paper, okay? Now, something to note is the holes in it. And this is a newer development in smash burgers in the last like 5 years. Where like, look, there are holes in it, tears in it. You see that? Whereas before, you'd kind of want it to stay one whole thing. This is like a newer development in the world of smash burgers. Smash burgers have really had a renaissance. Okay, you season it, but it's paper thin. And this is the way you want it. And look how you pick it up with like a spatula this way. You know, a paint thing. And boom. You have the whole thing is pure crust. Because it was smashed so flat, every millimeter, every pixel of burger was cooking evenly on the grill. The inside, so this will be crispy. It'll give you a crunch when you bite into it. The inside will be juicy still. Okay? And this is the exact way you do it. And then you put your, your cheese and you melt it on top. I mean, look at this. Look at this burger. Look at this burger, dude. And that's not a smash burger, so we don't talk about that. But, so this is our current inspiration for the cooking, because before I was doing pre-smashed burgers, but I'm smashing it in the pan now. Sorry, it's not German. I am confused. No, this is German. These are German guys. Listen to them. Listen to their accent.
Classic Amboys. Also want to check out this thick DH.
I get so angry at these people because I'm sorry. I know this has nothing to do with anything, but I have to go back. Like, they go here to this vegan burger and they dare stack it against the best burgers in the world. And it's funny because that like they kind of, because this is also part ad, right? So like they get paid or whatever. And at the end when they're ranking the burgers, they didn't even mention that they went to this place. And so it's like, okay, they know what they did here.
A lot of good stuff in here, right? Mm-hmm.
Like the way they describe it, they're like, wow, this is delicious.
First burger of the day to have lettuce and tomato on it.
Mm-hmm. And you can see they're like, like they don't want to say. And I hate dishonesty when it comes to food. It makes me so angry. You want to get me angry? Say something about like Miyazaki or food. Those are my two things. All right. Anyway, chat. All right. I don't even know what we're doing right now, but I'll report tomorrow how it goes. Because if I get it right, if I get the cook right, Static says we did one once at the beach club I used to work at. Smashed and closed in cheese and some pre-cooked chewy bacon that we shingle style wrapped the burger in. That's a classic way to do it. I bet that was delicious. Okay, so here's a thought. All right, listen, everyone. I'm thinking to just do normal double cheeseburger and then put 3 strips of bacon on top. That sounds right. Like, so Sadix just said something which I was thinking about doing. So I'm glad you brought that up. What do we think, everyone in chat? What do y'all think about wrapping the burger in bacon? Is that too far, maybe? You have to understand something as well. I'm throwing this American party where I'm supposed to serve the best tasting American food in the world. Like, genuinely. And impress these people, right? I'm going to tell you something right now, chat, that is going to blow a lot of your minds. I don't believe a single person at this party who's going to be there, out of the probably 20 people who will be there at this dinner party, I think I will be the only person who has ever eaten bacon before. So you see what I'm saying? Where like if I wrap it, it might be extremely delicious, but too much for them because they've never had bacon in their life. So like, this is bacon bits in the burger, not wrapped. I'd feel like I'd take away. I couldn't put it in, but like you could add bacon bits to the sauce. That's a meta, by the way. That is an actual meta of like what Nib said is actually kind of genius, which is putting bacon bits in your burger sauce. Actually, the MSG that's naturally in it, the umami that comes out, oh my God. Like that is something that I used to do, you know, when I lived in America. Nib says, what if they don't like it? And to process it, never having it before? Well, if they don't like it, it is what it is. Like I'm going to give them, so I'm working on this burger so much for years and years and years. I have worked on my recipe for a burger, for the bun, for every facet of it. Okay. And now I'm really, every day I'm eating nothing but burgers. All right. By the way, I'm losing weight while eating these burgers because all I eat is the burger. I eat nothing else for the whole day. You know? And you might go, bro, that's nothing. But no, these burgers are, chat. I was counting calories. The burger I ate today was 1,100 calories for just the burger. Oh my God. And when I add bacon, how many calories are 3 strips of bacon? Let's find out. Calories in 3 strips bacon. No, wait, no, that's 100 grams. Okay, that scared me. 1 slice, 43. Okay, so no, that scared me. So tomorrow I'm gonna have like a 1,500 calorie single burger. You know, so it's gonna be intense. But anyway, which is more than I usually eat on with my diet. But anyway, folks, so I am slaving away every day. I'm iterating, making it better, making it better, making it better, right? Until I have the best in the world burger, smash burger. And that's when the dinner party will happen, when I feel it. Now, here's the thing. What if these people have never had a smash burger before? They never had bacon. What if they take a bite and they don't like it? Well, okay. 99% of people will like it. You know, 1% of people, they don't like burgers. They don't like, you know, bacon. That's fine. You know, I can't do anything about that. I just want to show them the best possible representation of American food. If they hate it, it's like, okay, well, you've tried the best representation of American food and you didn't like it. That's fine, but at least I showed it to you. Like, here's the thing, chat. I thought about this a lot. I know how the local palate is. I lived here for a decade, right? In this country in Central Asia. I know what the local palate likes, and so I know how I can make the burger more in a way they like it. I'm not doing that because I promised them I would show them exactly what it's like in America at the best possible restaurant in America. Static says, oh no, it got cut off. Let me look at this again. Static said, if they think they won't like it, you just tell them you don't know what you want. Chef knows what you want. With enough comments, they believe you. He said many times in the past. I have convinced all of these people and their families that this will be the best meal of their lives. So I could only let them down, basically, because this is 2 years of me, you know, BSing them, basically. Cook the bacon and leave it on the side for them to choose. No, I need the bacon on it. But cook beef and bacon juices, I need the bacon on it so that it mingles. Because the reason bacon is so good on a burger isn't because of just like bacon tastes good. It's because bacon is chock full of chemicals, which bring out savory flavors. That's why it's good on beef. And so you want it on there kind of earlier on to like really melt into that burger and to become one with it. You want very crispy bacon. That's very important. But I want basically the monosodium glutamate, the MSG that naturally occurs to just come out of that. That is, you really want to throw them for a loop. Instead of a bun, use a Krispy Kreme donut as the bun. Bro, I wish, bro. that would really... I mean, if I don't go, no, if I said, no, I said, I promised you a really, the most American meal ever. I didn't promise you an American meal. I promised you the most American meal. Thus, we must all be obese by the end of this meal. You know, just go. I wish, Nibs, don't even start. I wish I could do a pretzel bun, but I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know. A potato roll is the best for a smash burger, but a pretzel bun is kind of maybe better for what I'm the way I'm doing it. I don't know, but I don't have time to test baking pretzel rolls. So don't even mention a pretzel bun. I only eat those types of burgers like once a year. With the Krispy Kreme donut, where are you getting those at all? I've never had that. I've definitely heard of it though, and I've seen people eat it. But I've never had that. Is it actually good? Sourdough or ciabatta? Potato roll is the best. All of the absolute every 5-star burger chef in the world agrees. Well, that's not true. That's not true. There's like I would say 80% of the world's top smash burger chefs, and I've listened to all of them, read all of their stuff. They agree a potato roll is the best possible bun for a smash burger. But then people will talk about pretzel buns. They'll talk about like a what do you call it? What is it called? It's a very soft bun. Nobody will be in his sleep come after that burger. I bet. Potato bread, yeah. Have you ever country outside sounds like kind of jagged outer? Nibs, have you ever had a Martin's potato roll? They're very ubiquitous. They're in every grocery store, even in Canada. You know, Martin's potato roll. A lot of people growing up will have them and have their sandwiches. Like if you ever had a cookout or a barbecue, usually, you know, the rolls you get at the grocery store often are Martin's potato rolls. They're very popular. Those are basically it. And so what I make is I essentially make a Martin's potato roll from scratch, except mine is like way better. Anyway, the guy that I was going to raid went offline in the time I was yapping. All right, well. Oh, let me, you know what? I've already raided them this month, so it's not going to go towards the raids I need to do for Rumble, but I don't care. I'm going to raid a homie, somebody who watches the stream. Dinner rolls, kind of, yeah. Egg, yep. I use egg to baste the rolls. Yeah, you got the idea. With the sheen, and then sesame seeds. All right, chat, we're rating a homie, a really cool dude. It does 5 raids, but it has to be unique raids to different streamers. That's the thing. Not have to be unique. Am I wrong? Futaka's gold. I'm telling you, chat, we're going to have, once I get to the capital city, I'm going to set up the kitchen and I'm going to make a food channel on the side. And my lifelong dreams are going to come true where I get to make all the things I miss so much. But anyway, folks, you are the best community on planet Earth. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go be responsible for the first time in my life and go straight to sleep. Are you wrong? It said unique on mine. Maybe it's new. Unique raids, that's a thing. Okay, you know what? Let me check this. I guess I'm never going to end stream. All right, we're never ending stream, chat. Hold on. I'm checking this for the homies. I'll let you know right now. Total unique chatters. I've got that. Unique raid. Yep, unique raids. Oh, I already hit it. Nice. Yes, it is unique though. I was correct. It is unique. Unique chatters, which thanks to you all, I've already got. Streamed hours, I already got. Oh, I've already hit all my metrics for Rumble, the creator program for February. Dude, I gotta, dude, Rumble is so sick. Gotta love them for that. 330 hours watch this month. All right, I just need to do a Rumble premium stream. Honestly, chat, I might do that like tomorrow or something. Because I need to do my premium, but also the best kind of content for a premium stream for me is the kind of content where my brain just turned off there. It's like me practicing stuff. But anyway, stay for the raid because the person we're raiding is somebody, a member of the community. They're a very cool person, really good kid with a good heart. Okay, give them a follow. Huge shout outs to Linux, to Delta, Linux Gamer Delta, father and son duo. They're incredible. Let's go and let's say hello to them. Everyone be really nice to them. They are such a sweet kid. Good person. A great member of this community. Let's go over there.